Hello, good morning. Still morning, so yeah, good morning for one more minute, and then it's good afternoon. What is going on, everybody? Well, I'm actually on time today, and well, I'm usually on time. It doesn't really matter, but I'm actually doing it on a Sunday and not Sunday night. I'm supposed to be doing it on time when I'm supposed to be, and I did not go over to Fight Club last night. So, I'm a man of my word. I didn't go. Jeez, why am I so close? This is crazy. Give me a second. Let me back myself up just a little bit. What up? What up? What up, Ben? Exuberant. I like that name. Let me back myself up. Atticus, what's going on, my brother? How are you doing today? What's good? What's good? I didn't go over. I didn't go over there. I said I wasn't gonna go over there. I actually got my ass up, well, took my ass to bed and went to sleep. I went to sleep. I was tired, so I went to sleep. Other than that, man, we're doing good. So today, of course, we're gonna have our updates of some of the cases we've been following on this here this here what do you call it? Court court cases that they keep postponing and pushing out. Yeah, I got some updates for some people. Hopefully everyone starts to come in. We'll fill it in. Well, like always, um, let's go over some other shit that's going on in the news today. Coffees for the day. I don't drink coffee. To be honest with you, I don't drink coffee. My wife does. I don't need no vices, I just if I can wake up and talk to someone, that's my vice for the day, you know, which is weird. I know people don't understand it, but that's what happens. Let me get right here. I need to pull this out. Give me a second. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of people going live today. What the fuck? Oh, we're gonna start watching that dude. That dude got some good cases over there. All right, so let's see what's going on in today's world. So to do so, I always go over. Where's it at? Jesus Christ, I'm losing my brain. I'm losing my brain. What up, Chat Cash David? OG Do Dirty says, hit the like button. Hit the like button. If y'all didn't watch that, oh wait a minute. Oh, I can't. I don't want to watch that on YouTube. Uh, where we at? That's not it. My stuff is not popping up today, but I'm not having technical difficulties unless y'all can't hear me. So, other than that, we're gonna. There it goes. There it is. It's popping up now. This takes a little bit. Did y'all hear where Joe Biden said he's selling our secrets? He sold secrets to other people. Pretty funny. Matter of fact, I might got that in my Rolodex. Let me check it out. Is that music loud in the background? I don't know if it's loud or not. What is this? That is not it. Did y'all see? I don't know if a lot of y'all. I don't know if any of y'all seen this shit. The actual footage camera of the Texas police officer who killed that
Y'all be good.
that was shooting in the mall. You know what? Let's watch that. I know a lot of people didn't see that before. But I think it's like a minute. Yes, almost 2 minutes. Real quick, I didn't know it was a black officer who did the shooting, but yeah, it was a black officer who did the shooting. You saw the Goonies last night, man. I'm glad y'all liking the movie night, man. That shit is pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy it too. Brings you back to your childhood at certain times and shit, especially the Goonies. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Let's get this playing.
Okay, and make sure you wear your seatbelts when mommy's driving. Okay, you understand? Okay, okay, all right, you be good. 145. I think we got shots fired at the outlet mall.
You think?
Got people running.
He said, I think we got shots fired.
I'm on foot. I need everybody I got. What you got? We on mass shooter. Chopper squad. Alright, that shit's still going.
Can you fucking imagine going through that shit? Well, unless you're a soldier. Can you imagine going through that shit? That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, especially not knowing where it's coming from, and you got to go actually and find that shit. Oh my god. Ooh, he did. And that's why they
shots fired by police. I got him down. Drop the gun! I'm over here by Liz. I got him down. Is he down? God damn, bro. Got him, bro.
That's a fact. Much respect. I will give him that. I'm gonna tell you like that. If y'all remember, dude got shot straight through his head. So, dude got a headshot on him. So that automatically is a hero in my book. All right. Oh, I didn't even drop the link. I don't know why I didn't drop the link. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna drop the link for you people. If y'all want to come up and talk about this case, we're gonna get started with some light work. Some light work cases today. I don't know why I know why my streaming. Give me a second. I gotta switch some shit off. I do not like NDI because it does exactly what it's doing here. Oh no, I took teleport off. Son of a bitch. That's fucking me up. Yeah, that pucker factor, I'm telling you. People don't understand. I get it. A lot of people don't understand what goes on in the mind of someone that has to find where the bullet is coming from, and actually have to do something about it besides sit there and run away. It's a different story. It's a different fucking story, bro. Teleport. Of course, I don't have it on me. Sorry, sorry guys. I gotta find this fucking. You know what? I'll just go to the website and download it. Do I still have teleport on here? Let's see. That I did drop the link. Let me pin the link to the top. Okay. Now what the hell is going on, bro? Uh, all right. So, music is playing in the background. I know it's playing in the background. Hopefully it's not loud. Is that shit loud? If it's loud, I'll turn it down some more. I just needed something to, fill in some dead air. That's the feeling some dead air. That's all it was. Let me get back to here. Is that shit loud, guys? I hate for it to be loud. Oh, they just sent me some new stuff for guns today. It just hit my email. All right, let me find this real quick. Geraldo said he's done. He's done with Fox News. Dude, you were a horrible person anyway. I don't know how anyone can listen to you, bro. I don't know how anyone can listen to him. Personally, I can't stand Geraldo, and I'm glad he's gone. Well, if he's gone, you know how that works. They say they're gone, but then end up staying, which is crazy to me. Yeah, I know how to do it. Just give me the damn uh, the exe file. Okay, I don't see it there. Where's it at, bro? Jesus Christ. Oh, I did have it before. I know I did. All right. Let me see what we got on there. I'm trying to sleep. Can the chat keep it down? This. Yeah, he is a wannabe Donna. I cannot stomach that guy, bro. If y'all know my take on Geraldo, he's a rhino for real, for real. Always been one. You know he's a rhino when him and his wife literally have uh different voting status or voting ways. She's a hardcore Democrat. He's a hardcore rhino. So I guess I guess they go together. I don't know. Maybe they go together. You know. You know what? Let's get our first case going. Uh, hopefully it's just talking, so it shouldn't be that much skipping. Uh, you know, seeing as how. Let me see this real quick. Yeah, it's not right. I'm gonna have to give me a second. I'm gonna have to shut this one down and then bring it back up. There it goes. Teleports now on this one. All right, cool beans. Let me add. Oh, I'll have to add it here. All right, cool. All right, now I gotta come over to this one and do it on this computer. Give me a second. 1 second. Where are we at? All right. Go to download. Give me that. Zip file. That. Open. And application. Run. Run anyway. Yes, I agree. Install. Close. So give me a second. I'm gonna have to close this down. Yep. All right. Teleport. Okay. Refresh the list. Save it. All right. Can you see me? We can see me. We're good. We're good. I don't know why that's so high. There we go. All right. We're good again. Let me refresh these real quick. All right. We should be good. Let me type something here. All right. We're good. We're back on. Back on scene with a triple beam. All right. Let's go to our next case. We can close all this shit out. Yeah, that was good. We watched that. We can close this. All right. So we're gonna go with our first case, right? This was my first update. I know what I'm gonna save that one because I know there's a lot of other people that wanted to watch that, including Mayo. Including Mayo want to see that because this is his favorite case. And I don't want him to miss out on it because we've been holding off on this one for a while. Oh Jesus, am I not on? There we go. There we go. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I got it. All right, okay. So we're gonna wait on this one because this is Mayo's favorite case. He wants to keep up with it. We got way too drunk. I don't know if you guys remember this person right here who was drunk as hell inside the courtroom the first time, and he's been through like four different judges too. And this is our trailer trash, white trash, who's always high as fucking court. You know. So let's see him.
I think this is Mr. Michael, who's currently in the Greenwood County Jail. And if I remember
Oh,
correctly,
he looks good.
we had stipulated to failure to complete the drug and alcohol treatment. And that's where it ended.
And I show there's been an addendum filed May 31, violation of a protection order in 3 pending cases in Greenwood County.
Well, Judge, I think we took that stipulation up, or that addendum up, on the 2nd as well.
Okay.
What up, Atticus?
And I think there was no stipulation to any of those.
What up?
Okay. So we just need to do has the court already taken up the admission by Mr. Michael?
Your Honor, I mean, I think I'm going back through my notes and it looks like we did at least address that. I don't know that, I don't have any notes specifically that we addressed the addendum. So it sounds like there's no stipulation to any of the information in the addendum. Is that correct, Jim? There's an allegation of a positive UA.
The allegation in the addendum is the charges in Greenwood County. And then the allegation of the positive UA, I can tell you there was no stipulation in any of those. We did take it up. I know my notes indicate we take it up, but there was no stipulation to any of those.
Okay.
I don't know that the allegation was necessarily that he had the 3 pending cases. I mean, that kind of is what it is, but I think the allegation is that he failed to inform his ISO.
Okay.
The fact that he had law enforcement contacts.
On the 2 violation of protective order cases, he never told me anything about those.
I think he's declined to stipulate to those.
Okay.
Well, is he declining to stipulate that he failed to report it to court services, the probation office?
Well, I've slept since then. My understanding is that he did, but I think I'll need to consult briefly with Mr. Michael.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go ahead and put you in a breakout room, Jim, with Mr. Michael.
And Jim, maybe before you accept that, let me send you a little message here.
Okay.
What you trying to hide there, sir?
Okay, I'll run it by him.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris. And announcements to the court, Jim, before going on the record.
And it sounds like he'd stipulate to basically everything other than the failing to obey laws. He's not going to stipulate he's in violation, but he can acknowledge that he didn't report his arrest and that he tested positive for the meth.
Okay, thank you, Jim. Rhonda, we'll go ahead and go on the record. Case is entitled State of Kansas versus Jacob William Michael, 21 CR 391. State of Kansas appears by Assistant Butler County Attorney Brett Sweeney. The defendant, Mr. Michael, appears in person and by court-appointed counsel Jim Watts. This matter does regularly come back before the court this date on the warrant show cause docket by Zoom, and announcements to the court. Mr. Watts.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've discussed the matter with my client. As Your Honor may remember, he had previously stipulated that he failed to complete the drug and alcohol treatment. On the addendum, he can, after discussion, stipulate that he did not contact his probation officer following his arrest on the matters in Greenwood County, and he would likewise stipulate that he indeed tested positive for methamphetamine while he was in Greenwood County Jail.
Thank you, Mr. Watts. Mr. Michael, the court has been advised by Mr. Watts that you do wish to admit to being in violation of the terms and conditions of your probation as set forth on the record by Mr. Watts. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand by making this admission, the court could very well revoke your probation and order you to serve the balance of your sentence previously imposed.
Yes, sir.
Have you had adequate and sufficient opportunity to consult with Mr. Watts prior to making your admission here today?
I have. Yeah.
Mr. Michael, the court does find that you are knowingly and voluntarily admitting to the probation violations, and the court does accept the same. Recommendations for disposition, Mr. Sweeney.
Yes, Your Honor. I think there's going to be an agreed upon disposition that the defendant would serve a 60-day jail sanction and then be placed back on probation. One caveat, and this is something Ms. Wheeler and I had talked about. I do think that he needs a bump up to community corrections probation. He's already had a 2-day probation imposed dip, so we don't need to worry about that. But this is now multiple violations. I just think he needs the more intensive or increased supervision that community corrections probation can provide. I think all of the probation conditions that he currently has are appropriate. But I think a bump up would be necessary. Would ask that he report to community corrections, should the court follow these recommendations, report to community corrections as soon as he's released from that sanction, or I don't know exactly what his Greenwood County obligations are, but whenever he's released. As it relates to any extensions on the probation, I think that Ms. Wheeler has already done a extension back in March of this year. This case has been going on for quite some time, but I think we're good as far as extensions. Those are the state's recommendations, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney and Mr. Watts.
Thank you, Your Honor. I may have misunderstood Mr. Sweeney. I know he indicated that he was going to be seeking a 60-day sanction. I don't know that I understood that to be that we'd agree to a 60-day sanction, but I understand that was going to be his recommendation. Judge, I think that a 30-day sanction is sufficient here, and I'd ask that it run concurrent with whatever jail time he is serving in the Greenwood County Jail. We looked it up. He got arrested.
I mean, I hear what they're saying. They're saying a whole bunch of good shit, but dude looks clean. First time I seen him clean. Last time, boy was off his Richter. I give him that. They need to keep him in jail longer. That way he can still continue to stay clean. Shit.
On this warrant in May 18th, it looks like was the return of service. So sometime relatively soon prior to May 18th, that's when it got returned. So that's about the time he got arrested on this matter. He did bond out on it, but since that time, he's been in custody in the Greenwood County Jail. Since, frankly, I don't know what day he went into custody on the Greenwood County Jail. It looks like May 16th. Looking at the date of the testing in Greenwood County. So it looks like he's been in custody since May 16. We'd ask this time run concurrent with whatever Greenwood County time runs. I said I think 30 days would be sufficient. We would agree he has had a 2-day dip previously. This is his first time before the court, but he had done the dip and had no objection to moving this case to community corrections.
Community corrections. That's
And anything further, Ms. Wheeler?
I believe the calculation for jail credit is a few days off. Mr. Michael had bonded out in this case and then proceeded to be arrested on violation of protective order cases, 2 of them, after he bonded out in this case, with the last one with the alleged date of offense as May 21. I believe that may be his actual date that he started in Greenwood County Jail to current. But Mr. Watts was correct in stating that he's been in custody on those cases in Greenwood County, not this case here for Butler County.
It's May 21st, sir. You're right.
So has he served 5 days so far of whatever sanction the court would impose?
No, Your Honor. He got arrested on the warrant, on this warrant, and then bonded out quickly thereafter.
Okay.
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor, that he bonded out on this case and then went into custody in Greenwood County.
Okay, very well. Thank you, Ms. Wheeler. Thank you, Mr. Watts and Mr. Sweeney. Subsequently, the court does order that Mr. Michael is now on community corrections versus court services. The court does order he do 60 days in the county jail. This would be independent of any time he is serving in Greenwood County, either awaiting trial or serving sentence that's been imposed. So this time is independent and consecutive to his Greenwood County cases.
Mm-hmm.
And anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Sweeney
No, Your Honor.
and Mr. Watts
No, sir. Thank you.
and Ms. Wheeler?
Forgive me, I was trying to write notes. Did you say that he was reinstated for just the extension time? His extension time on this case is good until October. Let me find that. Apologies. October 28, or are we doing a 12-month extension with community corrections from today's date?
Court orders 12-month extension with community corrections from today's date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There being nothing further to come before the court is in recess.
Court is in recess. All right. So that
I'd
was
have
a-
gave him an extra month for chewing his gum like that through the whole thing.
Hey, I will say, like I said, I give him credit. He looks clean, but I would give him another month to continue to do what he's supposed to do, because this is like his 5th time in court. So, and I know, listen, I can't do it. So, Mayo, you are here. I'm glad.
Yes,
I'm glad
sir.
I'm glad you're here, because we have your court case.
All right.
Here's your more. Here is your more. And he came to complain about Miss Judge Bryant, the black one that Black Thoughts hates.
Oh, is this the I want a new judge
Yes.
case that he filed last time? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So they granted his wishes. Now he's gonna see this judge, which is the head judge. So, chief judge. My bad. Sorry.
Well, you know he's gonna bitch about that one too.
Oh yeah, of course. Hold on.
And of course he's
I don't-
wearing his fez.
Yeah, he's wearing
I
his
would
face
like to
today.
just say this, Judge. I have nothing personal with you. It's just that
Mr.
this is a
McQuarrie, I don't
Lord,
take
man.
things personally. Ms. McQuarrie, let me say something to you. So since we talking, let's talk. If you would, if you would let the matter proceed, this is an old case. So let me just say that this case is from 2002. And
Correct.
maybe if you had watched my courtroom on YouTube,
I'm familiar.
maybe you would have seen how these old cases from 2002 are handled. And then we could have came on here and it would have been handled the same way. However, we're going to proceed in the manner that you wish to proceed. And so I'm not going to keep going on because you've asked me to recuse myself. I have denied the recusal. You have requested an appeal. I have granted that appeal, and that concludes the matter. Is there anything further that is needed for the record? Because you don't have to tell me it's not personal. I could care less about, I don't take things personal. Why would I take things personal?
I take it personal because as a black man, a 50-year-old man.
This has nothing to do with you being a 50-year-old black man. This has anything to do with you being a defendant in this courtroom. Is there any legal thing for the record? Is there any legal matter for the record?
The prosecutor's office has committed a felony against me.
Okay, well, you can address that with whoever. You can address that with the appropriate parties, but I'm not. All right, so I'm going to assume that this matter, as it relates to the pretrial conference for Mr. McQuarrie, is concluded, unless there's something for the record on behalf of the people.
No, Judge, thank you.
All right, then, sir, you're all set. You have a great day, and you stay safe. Okay.
Call the case, please.
Calling case
02056199901. People of the state of Michigan versus Carnell McCreary L. Today is the date and time for a motion hearing.
Appearances.
Good morning, Your Honor, and to your staff, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, P number 83505.
Sir.
Why does he sound more feminine than Judge Bryant? That's crazy. Well, the glasses says everything, but whatever. I don't know. But well, let's say about
Colonel Michael McCreary appearing in appropriate persona.
Okay. All right. It's my understanding, sir, you filed a motion to have Judge Bryant disqualified from the case. Judge Bryant denied your motion, and essentially your motion was appealed up to the chief judge, which is me. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
Okay. Argument.
Well, the argument is, sir, under Michigan Code of Judicial Conduct, the judge is in violation of Canon 1 and 2 because I'm here falsely accused for a 21-year-old warrant. And I tried to speak, and she acts like Judge Judy. She just constantly cuts you off, is threatening, so far as be quiet. Canon 2, it says public confidence in the judiciary is eroded by irresponsible and improper conduct by judges. A judge must avoid all impropriety and appearance of impropriety. A judge must expect to be the subject of constant public scrutiny. A judge must therefore accept restrictions on conduct that might be viewed as burdensome by the ordinary citizen and should do so freely and willingly, Judge. And I come into court very respectful. I'm a 51-year-old man and I respect the system. But I'm feeling that I'm being given, disrespect. I'm being silenced. I have a right under the free speech to petition the court for redress of grievances and things of that nature. And if you look at the TV show Judge Judy, this is how she acts, Judge. And it's just totally wrong. And she asked me, what did I want to do with the case? I said, I would like to challenge jurisdiction because I went to prison in 2002 for 15 years and 8 months. They had under the rule, I believe for misdemeanors, 40 something days, for felonies is 6 months. So I request that the prosecutor prove its authority in bringing these charges so late. And I have been home 6.5 years, productive in the community, no problems. And I'm trying to do right, Judge. I made past mistakes when I was a young man. And I'm just being treated like I'm just a criminal. I'm supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? So I'm not trying to disrupt
brother.
this
What are you
court.
talking about?
I'm not trying to cause you guys hardships or anything, things of that nature. And my due process is being violated. That's all. I want to just get this case so it wouldn't be left alone. I'm a grandfather. I have children. And their DPD has retaliated against me, Judge. And I know this is a Detroit police court. And I would like an investigation as to things that's been going on by the prosecutor's office because Kim Worthy and her subordinates are retaliating against me. There's actual proof. At this point, I don't know if you're familiar with Bill Proctor. He's representing me in this matter and another matter so far as investigations for years of, hardships and tyranny committed against me by the system here in Wayne County. So this is all I want, a fair shake judge, a judge who's going to give me due process and give me what I'm entitled to according to law.
What do you think, Mayo?
By pushing this shit higher, it's not going to turn out well in your favor. Especially when it's just your opinion of the judge's conduct.
Are you saying he doesn't have any proof?
Well, yes, he does have the right to redress grievances, but only at certain times and only at certain types of hearings.
I don't know.
He's bitching about the prosecutor's office to the judge. The judge has nothing to do with the prosecutor's office.
That's a fact.
So
he can
where's
scold
his beef?
the prosecutor's office, but that's about it.
He can file a complaint with the prosecutor.
Yep.
I
Atticus,
mean,
what you think, sir?
And he's just trying to bark up the wrong tree with these judges. He's hoping that one of them will see something and try and strike it all down and throw it out, but that shit ain't gonna happen. We're all the way back from 2002, she said.
Yeah, 2002. I thought it was 2017. This is what?
but you've been no, the 2017 one's the new charge.
Oh yeah, with the one who shot at his brother.
And you've been a felon pretty much on the run since 2002. It's not a model citizen behavior.
Are you sure he's been on the run?
He said, "I'm not a criminal, Judge."
OG dude, what you got for me?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like that chick. Like Bob said in the chat, bro, I'm very concerned about that judge, bro. It's something wrong with her, bro. I think she's a fake ass Judge Judy. Like I don't know what the thing is. The power done got to her head, bro. I mean, every time that we have seen her on the case, I mean, she has treated everybody. I mean, judges don't supposed to treat people good or bad. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be in the middle so they can figure out, you know what I mean? But I don't understand why every time she gets on, we get to watch her, like, she always got to bring up something personal. I mean, it's the little bitty personal, not like my name is this, I live here, but it's what you've done and how many years. Like, we don't need to know all that. We know you a judge. We know what you had to go through to become a judge. A person who has no education cannot become a judge. So I don't understand why she just, I don't know, man. She gets on my nerves, bro. I can't stand her.
The closest thing to a king in the United States is a judge.
That's a fucking fact.
That's a fact.
And especially federal judges.
Yep. I agree with that. I can't disagree with you on that one.
And that's it, sir.
Okay. Ms. Ritter, would you like to respond in any way?
Judge, the only response that people have is that this is a case from 2002. It's a misdemeanor assault and battery case. Judge, from my recollection of the prior hearing with Judge Bryant, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it was an arraignment process. And as the court was trying to proceed with the process, I do remember Mr. McCreary interrupting the judge while she was trying to make the record. But the people have not gotten to the point where, because Mr. Carnell was disruptive during the proceedings, the people didn't get to the point where there was another pretrial date set where the people could actually see if we're able to move forward on this 2002 case, Judge.
Okay. May I have a rebuttal?
Yes.
Okay, Judge, I would like you, if it's possible, I know you guys are on Zoom, so you should have access to recordings of these hearings and things of that nature. I believe that the prosecutor just fabricated facts to you because I was not rude to this lady. All I asked her is, like, she said, what do you want to be done with this case? I said, I would like to challenge jurisdiction. And Michigan and federal law requires once jurisdiction is challenged, it must be proven. How is it that the prosecutor knows statute of limitations? They're licensed. I'm not licensed. I've studied for years in prison. And they don't know that there's a statute of limitations. This is vindictive prosecution because of my complaints against Kim Worthy, Your Honor. And the record will reflect the evidence. And I object to her statements.
Okay, one second, one second, sir. I have to shut off my video for 10 seconds and be right back. I'm having a little technical difficulty right now. So.
Yes.
I can say this: he is speaking very good this time. The other time, he was kind of.
Court hasn't had a chance to hear the arguments of the moving party, as well as the arguments of the prosecutor. The moving party is asking for a recusal or to have Judge Bryant disqualified based on Michigan Canons 1 and 2, based on that she is biased, as well as is not allowing a person to be able to basically argue their case. The moving party is stating that he wants to challenge jurisdiction and that he was not allowed to do so. The prosecutor is stating that there was only a proceeding at an arraignment and that the prosecution hasn't even got to the point where they have established whether they want to move forward with the case, but that was not allowed to happen because in their view, there was disruption in the court, and there was a breakdown. The moving party is disputing that. He's saying that you could even that I could go to the video or the tapes to dispute that. At this time, the court is not going to make a decision at this point. I am going to pull the tape, pull the transcript. I'm going to make a decision very quickly on this. I'm not going to let this continue. And even based on, the court does have an opinion probably on the likelihood of prosecution on a 21-year-old case. So we're going to come back on, excuse me, we're going to come back on July 6th at 10 a.m. Please check your schedule, sir.
May I also, you say July 6th, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
May I also, if I may,
check your schedule first. Check your schedule to see are you available for that time.
I'm available. I'm stuck here on tether, sir. I'm available at any time you guys want me to.
Okay. All right. Well, put it on your schedule for 10 o'clock on July 6th.
Okay, can I say one more thing? If you look at Crampton versus Michigan Department of State 395, Michigan 347 at 351, it says the United States Supreme Court disqualified judges and decision makers without a showing of actual bias in situations where experience teaches that the probability of actual bias on the part of the judge or decision maker is too high to be constitutionally tolerable. And I'm not saying like trying to attack Judge Bryant or whatever else, but she has an attitude like Judge Judy. She just cuts you off, and I'm just like,
do you agree, Do Dirty?
Oh, you damn right. Hey, say we can play a play by, what my boy Black Thought said, man. Call him.
He was in the chat.
I need to support where Black Thought said, man.
Yo, I will agree. She is a black Judge Judy, but it is what it is.
And she's just trying to get that next slot when Judge Judy retires. That's why she's on YouTube.
Well, technically, she should be able to get it.
She's auditioning every day.
I wouldn't mind her seeing a black Judge Judy.
Yeah, she does a great job at it. I tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Well, my thing is, you shouldn't be giving these goddamn motherfuckers any goddamn leeway. I get tired of seeing these leeway sometimes, but in certain cases, should be looked at further than just cutting everyone off. And I do agree with it. I actually agree with him today.
Yeah, but if what you're saying has nothing to do with the hearing,
I agree with that too.
Then it doesn't need to be said.
Yeah, but I can deal with her having a stern outlook and, like Judge Judy, but it's more of a personal attitude she has towards black people, bro. I mean, every case we have seen, bro, she has always brought up something personal about herself. Like,
because she only sees black people. She getting tired of seeing.
If you want to be hard, be hard.
She getting tired of seeing these niggas.
That's the problem. It don't matter. Your job is to be there in the hard times, bro. You don't get mad because you having a bad day and take it out on somebody. That's what it seemed like she be doing, bro. Like, that'd be like the last time we watched it, that was her last case. She said, "This is my last case of the day." And nigga, she wasn't trying to hear nothing. Like, she was ready to go home. Like, that's not what I even said it in the chat. Your job is to judge, is to be a judge, not to sit here and tell us all your personal things and then execute them on us. Like, no, you don't do that, bro. You got to be a judge. Do your job. I just don't like them.
That's crazy. I agree. Matter of fact, I agree with everything you just said. I have no pushback against that. But this shit is funny.
So when she kept doing it, this is when I objected and asked her to recuse herself, sir. But I won't.
And sir, and again, as the chief judge, I don't have to have a showing of actual bias, but perceived bias, something in the fairness of justice. That is my standard. So with that being said, 10 a.m. on July 6th, I'm just gonna.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, the way he approached her in the beginning too, when he said, "I ain't got no problem with you, Judge," like he just set himself up from that point on.
Yeah.
And I kind of like this Damon, what they call that dude, Damon Dash with the Spike Lee glasses, Judge. He cool. He look like he might be fair. Might be hard, but fair.
That nigga ain't hard. Nigga soft as toilet tissue.
Well, and she was likely just going to throw this case out.
I mean, it's 21 years, 22 years old. God,
but you have to go through the process, and part of the process is completing these hearings in a timely manner.
All right, so
I mean, anybody that makes you do extra work, are you likely to be friendly towards them?
Well, there's that. There is that. Because I'm telling you, I like my job easy as fucking. You making it hard.
Yeah, and you know that guy, man, he had a 10 a.m. tea time. Now he's got to come to court on July 6th.
You say he's fucking up his golfing schedule?
He the chief judge, dude. He don't hear cases.
Yeah. Well, he may do, but not. Well, listen, they are in Detroit, so I'm quite sure he hears a lot of fucking cases. I can almost 100% guarantee you he fucking hears a lot of
golf. And he plays a lot of golf.
Yeah, I'm thinking he chooses his cases like he chooses the right ones. He don't have to. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see.
I'm gonna sit in on DUI court because we got a backup right now. That's what he does.
So this is a long TPO case. I haven't watched it, so we're gonna be watching it together as we get it together. So let's go. I don't like she does this for me. I don't have to do it myself. This is great. Oh, let me cut the music off.
Oh God.
Because I was actually surprised.
I'm not, and it doesn't matter. We do it when
is that
you
her
allegedly-
fucking voice? Holy
Her brother there when you allegedly threatened to shoot her.
No, Your Honor, and I should have asked that she submitted any evidence, because I don't know if you're the same judge that she was actually granted the parte, because I was actually surprised.
I'm not, and it doesn't matter. We
yeah,
do it on
I know,
testimony.
because-
Hold on. So did you claim the same thing against where you were living in Austell against the people you were living with there that you are claiming in this case?
Again, these are federal investigations because it was lost in the mail. So with the United Postal Services,
My question is the question was, did you file and claim the same thing against the people in Austell? Yes or no?
Have people known that I had money and stole from me? Yes, I have.
Ma'am, did you file a petition claiming the same things against people in Austell that were residing with?
And to answer your question, like I said, you don't know me. I'm a victim of abuse. I was put into the system.
So hold on, we're not going to just start off. Stop.
In today's video, we have a TPO hearing from DeKalb County. In this
She
case,
hit her
we
with
have
the,
a
"You
couple
don't
that
know
has
me."
filed for a TPO against each other.
Yeah, this is
I
when the
don't
black
remember ever
judge need to
coming
be up
across
there
a case
judging.
quite like this. We got bickering, pointing
This that type
fingers
of
at
case
each
she
other,
need.
blaming one
Yeah.
another, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So grab a your tea and popcorn, and let's get into the video.
All right, Ms. Wynn, it is now your turn.
Listen, I'm sorry. I hate her fucking voice. I fucking can't stand her voice.
I can't stand this black lady, but I'm telling you, if I had that black judge up there, I'd be rooting for her right now.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Look. When they say that men are the most abusive towards women, I'm looking at these lesbian cases. I've seen more and more that it ain't a man doing it. Just saying.
Well, dude, they've totally stopped talking divorce numbers since they've allowed them to get married. You know why?
Because they're getting tired of each other.
They getting divorced more than anybody else.
I'm telling you, they're getting tired of each other. These bitches don't know how to stay together to save their life. Because it's not natural. But I don't care if they want to be. If they want to be carpet munchers, go ahead. It's cool with me. But let me get my mind right for this goddamn hearing, this goddamn voice. Jesus, take the wheel.
Testify if you wish. Do you wish to tell the court why you filed when you filed?
I do so wish, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. So tell me, what prompted you filing your petition requesting an order of protection after you were served?
I was prompted to file my petition actually prior to being served. Your question was after. I filed it prior to being served. It was lost in translation because
well,
there
I'm
was
just saying
prior...
it looks like you were served on June 2nd and your petition was filed on June 8th.
Yes, Your Honor, but I spoke with the Women's Resource Center and a few employees there, they filed it incorrectly because as Ms. Clark conveniently stalked me, that I was assaulted in another similar situation where I met somebody online and I was renting and they wanted to control my finances. And I filed a petition in DeKalb County at the home that I owned. And it was granted to me, actually,
Wait,
Your Honor.
so hold on. Are you talking about another case that doesn't involve this petitioner or this respondent?
I did.
Ms. Clark?
No, I was given another case number pertaining with Lakia Clark, but it was misfiled because of my last name already in the court's system.
Okay, so when did you file?
I initially filed the beginning of May.
And why did you file?
I filed a petition of protective order against Ms. Lakia Clark because once I started ending up for myself, not paying for things for her, not going out of my way, she became abusive, demanding, irate, emotionally unstable. She became physically and verbally abusive. I no longer had access to any of the amenities or the house. She wanted me to be isolated in my room. She talked to me as if I was inferior, as if I was her pet chihuahua that she...
I'm going to ask you to focus on acts of violence. So being rude, disrespectful, that sort of thing is bad roommate behavior, bad person behavior, but it's not necessarily acts of family violence or threats of violence. So can you tell me, when you say she became abusive, what specifically do you mean?
Yes, the incident that she became very dangerous in the stove. She would throw my stuff off the stove in an area. She pushed me, she kicked me, she pulled my hair, she forcefully pushed me off the bed. And this all happened, she was dressed up to go out, again, trying to impress me or what have you. And then I called the cops, but if you look at the records, if I provided that information, the cops were called without her knowledge. Once she was aware that I called the cops because she started to assault me in that moment, I just called the cops in that moment, and you can hear her just yelling in the background, belittling me, assaulting me, and then they came to the residence, and that's the initial time where I told them that she was, stealing from me, assaulting me. And those were the initial acts of violence where I provided.
So around what date was this?
This date was around Mother's Day because she had researched me and she had said foul things about my children, about whatever she had found out about me, saying that I lied, that I was previously assaulted, which unfortunately I was, and she followed suit as well. And I just allowed the abuse to continue because
Be for real. Who you think is the aggressor in this situation?
She's got like 75 pounds on that woman.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Yeah, I think
I
she beating that dude up, bro. I think she beating that him up.
That's a him.
She only filed in retaliation. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, most big women are the nicest ones, sir. So I would disagree with you guys, right? I think she was the victim of
I mean,
abuse.
those nice 3 girls in the fry shop in New York.
Those were skinny chicks, sir. Those were skinny chicks. This is a nice, wholesome, round
skinny,
woman.
sir?
Yeah, look, she's not skinny. The other ones up there were black skinny. Is there? Because there's a difference between white skinny and black skinny. They were black skinny, sir. So yeah, there's a difference. She's a nice, wholesome, round woman. If that makes any sense. I don't think she may not have been the aggressor. She must be aggressive just now because she's on Zoom, man. And if you know anything about these Zoom cases, this is where these motherfuckers get everything they need off their chest at the judge, at each other, at everything. I watch enough to see that they need to stop these Zoom hearings because when you're not in the courtroom, you're not in the courtroom.
Oh yeah, because they don't act like they're in the courtroom.
That's a fact.
With a bailiff, you say a lot less stupid shit with a cop standing right next to you.
That's a fact. What's up, John the Baptiste?
What's going on with you, Uncle T?
Nothing. Chilling. About to start this up.
We got two. We got a she and a he, or he and a he, or she and a he. What is this going on?
A she and a she, and your mic is very low.
Oh, I got one here.
Those are 2 they them, sir.
Yeah, well, yeah, they might be they thems or shims or she shits or.
So which one is the she him?
We don't know. That's what we're trying to find out right now.
I would say the baseball cap, sir.
You would say the baseball cap?
Yeah, I would say I'm looking at a baseball cap. I think the baseball cap too.
But this was the more aggressive one right now. So, because she's the one talking.
So watching this, I caught y'all about a few minutes ago. So they are married.
They just said, what did it say?
Living
Ex-partner.
together.
Yeah, they're partners.
And they're both mothers, just the lady with the baseball cap is a mother.
I don't fucking know who's a mother, who's not a mother. I didn't even pay attention because this bitch just been yammering.
Yeah, this is real interesting. So physical violence between 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently what they're saying, it hasn't been men that's been the most aggressive. It's been the women that's been the most aggressive. Because women can't stand women is what I'm starting to see so far, right?
It's been that way for years.
Yeah.
Hey, Black Thought said they're both masculine. Okay, you might be onto something. But let's continue.
Always felt if I retaliated, I had no grounds to stand on. So I just let her vent and use me as a punching bag. And
okay. Have you submitted any evidence that you want the court to consider?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
I did
what is
submit.
that?
I submitted evidence of her pushing me off the bed, removing the bed from me, which I had purchased. I didn't bring anything in there because she had started stealing from me.
She moved you off the bed.
And then the items that I did leave in there, she stole those as well when I was being treated by the EMS, because after I had been assaulted from a roommate that had sexually assaulted me and produced children. Thank you. Okay. She
sexually assaulted and produced children.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to gather myself, Your Honor.
Okay. So what evidence is it that you said you want me to look at?
I had,
so she's trying to say she got raped.
Provided evidence of her
Yeah,
pushing me. I also have other evidence.
What is that evidence of her pushing you?
She is pushing me off, pushing me, kicking me, yelling at me.
Is it a video?
I did attach a video.
Okay, so is that when did you send that in?
I sent that in.
She didn't send it.
I believe I submitted. If I didn't submit this in today, it may not have been submitted within the 24 hours because I had another case that I had responded to. So all that evidence where my petition was granted, my ex parte hearing was granted, I had submitted the appropriate information.
So when did you submit that?
I had submitted that the day after I had spoken to the judge, I believe. I gathered
So, Madam
some
Clerk, do we
information.
have any evidence in this case from that?
Judge, I'm not showing a video. I am showing like a picture collage.
There's a picture collage. There's no video that has been submitted that they've received.
So the pictures you can see where Miss LeClaire Clark, she had punched me. She had pulled out my hair. She had like jumped on my back. She had went for knives. The incidents where we're talking about her phone, I grabbed my phone. Everything had dropped, my wallet, everything that was in my hand. She just surprised attacked me. And I called the police. And you can see of all the police records, I have been the one calling the police. Anytime there's never been a time, well, I didn't look at the police open records or anything like that. So I didn't cross-examine her and say, has she ever called the police? Because I didn't have any records stating that she did not. But I have been the one calling for help, claiming that I'm abused. I have been robbed. I have been wronged. I have been scammed. I have been swindled. I have been in this unsafe situation because I have seen injustice where at a blink of a time they can have you out on the street, they can take everything from you. And she started talking to me as if I was inferior. She didn't know I owned homes, didn't know I owned cars. She didn't know anything about me.
So let me ask you this: how long did this start after you moved into the residence?
Very, very quickly. So like how I mentioned in April where she didn't want to mention that she had
yo, this is insane.
Pushed herself onto me. But I'm not, she yelled at me because I'm not sexually active, which I'm not.
What is this bitch considering abuse? She is all fucking over the place for me. I don't understand it. Unless y'all can make that shit make sense to me. This bitch is all over the place.
Bring her back.
Like, ooh, we need Judge Bryant on this one. Like, bitch, get to the what are you saying? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You are all over the place. Being rude to you is abuse, and pushing you off the bed onto the floor, maybe. I don't know.
She keeps asking her for physical evidence and she ain't giving her nothing.
Here's what I've learned. Any woman that's constantly a victim is constantly the problem.
Oh, yeah.
And any woman that's always talking about how she's a victim of everyone, you know what that is already. You're not taking any accountability for your actions. And she's everywhere. I was that person. I had a roommate. That roommate kicked me. I had a lover. That lover beat me up. I didn't cross-examine her. What the fuck are you talking about?
How do you get sexually assaulted by a pregnant lesbian? I don't know. Something's weird going on. There's some weird shit going on. I don't know if I heard that right.
I think she said she got sexually assaulted by a man and became pregnant. That's what I thought. That's what I thought she said.
Shit, I don't know. Shit, I don't know.
Can't nobody make sense of this babble.
I actually thought she was trying to proclaim that she got raped. That's what I thought she was trying to say. Or trying
By
to prove.
who? Because if that's the case, that's not by her, him, shim, they, them, whatever the fuck she is.
Unless maybe I heard it wrong then.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy.
I'm confused.
I
thought that's
definitely
what she said.
confused. Goodness fucking gracious. I am definitely fucking confused.
How can you be anything but confused when you got two women together?
Well,
that's a fact. We trying to make fucking sense of this. She can't make no sense of this. And we're gonna, come on. It's never gonna happen.
Sounds like she's talking about like 3 different cases.
Man,
Yeah.
she did say she had another case. She did say she had another case. So, maybe she's confusing them. I don't fucking know. But leave those beautiful black queens alone. They're the most unprotected.
Don't you dare put black queens on that.
They're the
Now,
most
don't you
unprotected.
notice how the one in the baseball cap hasn't disturbed and jumped in once. She's just been letting her ramble.
Well, you know.
Okay, so that's the most masculine one then. Okay.
Shut the fuck up. Holy shit. All right, let's continue.
Okay,
It's
so
our
she's
job to
logical.
fix it.
I'm
though.
just
He's the logical.
I just don't participate in like frivolous sexual escapades. I just don't do that. So she was asking me to go out. There were women that were approaching me. There were women and men, and she jealously handed me drinks and wanted me to pay and just wanted the attention, you know, I guess of what she considered suitors or at that time. And I'm really not a verbal person. My voice
You're
was
a
really
motherfucking
hurting me.
liar.
So a lot of times she was just yelling at me and I wouldn't say anything. I would just sit there while she was just blasting obscenities.
So when
Who believes that shit? Who believes that
This
shit?
bitch ain't stop talking.
She said her voice is hurting her. Oh my God, I've never heard that. Oh my God.
Whoever uses the most words, whoever uses the most words is the most innocent.
Yo, shut the fuck up. You ain't shit, John the Baptist. She said her voice is hurting her. Oh my God.
Voice be killing me.
So she's abusing herself right now.
Yeah.
She was jealously handing me drinks and all the attention and finding the best suitors and men and women. And what the fuck is she talking about?
It sounded like she was getting pimped out.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No, she just doesn't know.
No,
what she's
player,
talking
that sound like some pimping.
That's what it sounds like.
It sounds like she's
said she
pimping
couldn't go
herself
nowhere.
out for a place to stay.
Well, she must.
No,
she got,
sir.
listen,
She owns properties and
get the.
Is a
Then why the hell you got roommates in somebody else's place?
That's why she got pushed off the bed and the bed got taken.
Sir, I'm just telling you what she said. They probably robbed everything from her, and now she's down bad.
Okay, all right, good. She did say she took everything she owned. They did say that while the police were. She was talking to the police. She did say that.
So the baseball cap
Everything
stole
she
everything.
owned got taken in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that means she was sleeping out of a bag. But that's neither here nor there. Those beautiful black queens are need protecting.
Everything she got, everything was taken from her. It was put in a little red wagon that she pulls behind on a bicycle.
I'm gonna need you to motherfucking fix this problem here, sir.
I was gonna say I need you black men to save these queens right here because, as Dr. Umar said, all this is our fault. We are the reason.
Hey, I did my part. I took my black queen. I only got one.
No. You can't. You got to take the rest of them too. Don't
you got? They're all a package deal.
No. Uncle Tom, this is your fault.
Hey,
you got to grab one now.
No, I
get you a white woman and a black woman.
I diversified my stock options. I went to the other side. You know, fuck that. Y'all can have these.
OG you're not innocent in this now. You in there too.
No, the rule in the black
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not.
The rule in the black community is if you marry out, you got to marry two, a white one and a black one.
No, sir. Not today. The devil is a liar.
Go talk to Kyle, work it on up.
Not today. The devil is a liar. No, y'all can have
I
that
want
white.
no parts of that. No parts of that.
None. Zero zilch. All right, let's continue.
The first act of violence occur.
Yeah, you're good.
The first act of violence, I would say it began right before I actually got everything notarized. The first act of violence and abuse and aggression presented itself then.
Began when? Right before you got everything notarized?
Right, because I wasn't going to continue because she started requesting additional, like she wanted my driver's number. She wanted additional information and was forcing me and was calling people to have like bully tactics. And I was reading in Chase, because I've also been a Chase customer. If you're in a situation where people are extracting information from you in a split second, when you don't have time to think if it's a scam or something like that, it probably is. Just be careful. So I just started to be more leery about things, and then she started to leave my door unlocked, and
So the act of violence happened before you moved in?
Before I had physically signed the lease, she had presented acts of violence to make me sign the lease, because I started to like stray away from signing because how she was treating me.
What act of violence did she do to force you to sign the lease?
She was using coercion and threats, and like just calling me out of my name, like trying to make the scales unbalanced, make me kind of like question, why I was even asking her in the first place, just make me like question myself. I guess they call it like gaslighting. So I just, made me question, because I was just like, what's the odds of something bad is going to happen again in my life? And I figured maybe it is happening. So I would just.
How long had you known her at that point?
I knew her for a few weeks.
Get the fuck.
So why did you move in?
I moved in because I was at that point I was spending $1,000.
Turn that DJ off. Turn that DJ off.
She be lying. I can't stand black. Oh my God.
And she's trying to charge off credit card debt in this.
Say it again.
She's trying to charge off credit card debt in this.
Okay.
Because remember, she said she talked to Chase. And she got them keywords from Chase.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever she doing, she got a little money. It's a SUV with a sunroof on top. Maybachs have those. The new Cadillac Escalades, the 2024s have those.
Every Tahoe's
the Mazda's got those.
Well, not most SUVs don't have a sunroof that
No, I
goes
said
all
the
the way to the
Mazdas
back.
have those.
The model, yeah, the Mazdas, right?
I'm gonna need Moist Watkins to come clean this up. He's the expert. He got to show us how it's done. Somebody call Dr. Moist Watkins, please.
Get the fuck up.
On hotels, and I wanted something more stationary, something that can provide a little bit more longevity. And she said she was looking for that, and it was compatible at the time. There was a few things that I was concerned about, but I thought that I could possibly overlook, given my present circumstances that I had found myself in. It was basically just I needed something to survive and allow my money to rest, while I was also gathering more work, because as she had mentioned about me being arrested, I was forced out of a 5-star hotel in Atlanta where I paid, had first class flights and all this stuff, because my kids are in a residence where I do not know they are being abused. They have been abused, and I contacted them when I was assaulted when I was pregnant, and they never arrested that person either. So I just had to move in a different way, because once I was misplaced from my residence, I worked for myself. I wasn't actively making an income.
Because I just can't understand this shit.
In all seriousness, dead ass, this woman has mental issues. Like,
oh yeah,
like all seriousness, she has mental issues and she needs help, because all that, to be honest, is made up. I had all this money. I was in 5-star, first class private jets. My kids are in a place somewhere. Okay, man.
They're being assaulted now.
Yeah.
This is schizophrenia.
So So, ma'am, your kids got taken away from you. You thought you were someone you weren't. You pretended to be Miss Boss Chick. You're homeless. Your kids got taken away. And you tried to abuse stuff from other people, and they didn't allow you to do it, and you became the victim. That's what I'm gathering from this. All that not she needs help mentally.
That's insane. But I agree with you.
She's created all this shit in her mind.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact, man.
So just because I had a surplus of money didn't mean I had to budget that money so the money could work for me, so that I wouldn't be arrested, because that's why I didn't know the address to even send any kind of form of payments, and or to have some kind of stability where I could get my children in an unsafe situation to get my cases heard in the first place. So it wasn't as if I was a bad person. I didn't assault anybody. It just something that I have to fight in court. It's just the plight of mine. It's just the peril that I'm just trying to overcome.
Okay, let's get back to this. So are you asking to return to the apartment even though she's the person on the lease and is that what you're asking?
I am asking that because I did pay in advance and I've spent thousands of dollars on hotels to the point it's diminishing my funds, and the judge had granted me, access there because I did pay, and the evidence that I did show and my testimony. So I just wanted a moment where I didn't have to think every day, okay, where is my next dwelling going to be, or it's just very exhausting at this moment to, be present every day when there's.
This bitch is scamming.
Yeah, there's something missing from her story.
She's scamming.
Something or a lot of things missing.
A lot of things, yeah. I'd be willing to bet drugs of some kind. She probably moved in with funds. The girl up above probably had a connection or some shit, and then the money ran dry after they did it all.
I think a lot of her problem is mental, to be honest.
Yeah, but she's
I think people felt sorry for her and tried to help her out.
Yes.
And she's scamming them.
Yes, and the crazy came out. Yep.
Because think about this shit. She wants to go back. She wants to put a TPO on this chick to get her off the lease in her own place. This bitch ain't on the lease. She wants get the fuck.
What state is this in?
Georgia. Oh Lord Jesus, it's probably Fulton County. Everyone's a boss bitch. Get out of here.
It's continuously like this uphill battle that I'm facing.
Okay. Madam Clerk, can you pull up the exhibit that you mentioned that may have been a collage of pictures? Just a minute. You'll have a chance in just a minute, Ms. Clark.
She probably asked me to go to the bathroom.
Oh, what the hell happened?
So, what is this?
This is some of the injuries that I've sustained from Ms. Clark.
All right. Can you tell me when and what those are of what we're looking at in them?
Yes, it's a accumulation of attacks. I barely had these that I had because I did grab the cell phones. If I didn't grab the cell phones at that moment, I would have had nothing because she was trying to extract all the evidence that day.
Is that a picture of her praying?
Film and record her. That's her running into the bathroom.
I don't know what the fuck. So someone pulled out some weave.
She got some hair out the brush.
Yes, that's hair off the brush. How do you take a picture?
One of her kids did it.
How do you take this picture right here? How? Obviously, you don't have the phone in your hands. She's walking. I just don't get this.
One of her leaning up against the wall? Is that after she shoved her and she just caught it?
This bitch is insane. What the fuck is this picture? Holy.
The picture next to the one with her praying, is she punching the punching bag? Like, what is going on?
It's supposed to be pictures of her.
Yeah, I thought she was showing her workouts or something. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck that is. What is this picture down here? I don't even see it. I'm trying to Baptist. What's going on with your internet connection, sir?
He on the road again. That's
Oh,
why.
he's on the
John
road.
the Baptist
That's
back
what
on
it
the
is.
road.
It
Well,
looks
when
like
you
those seventh graders, like domestic violence project.
that's what it looks like, a domestic violence project. How do we even know that's just her? This is her or someone else because that's just someone's looking down. I don't see the real face. What the fuck is this? Can you show me the whole fucking face? That might not be you.
I didn't have the real pictures, so I bought some clip art.
That's what it looks like. It looks like fucking clip art. You are exactly right, Atticus.
Yep.
Jesus.
Let me
Go ahead.
Let me ask this question. If you all were judges, well, if we all were judges and we listened to this and saw this picture, I've pretty much already made my ruling.
That's a fact.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, ma'am, no, you can't have the order. Just stay away from her and go on about your life. Like, you're clearly fucking off your rocker.
Right.
Obviously, I wouldn't say that, but I've made my ruling already.
But here's the thing,
I'd
right?
make her go talk to a court-ordered shrink.
That's a fact, Mayo. Correct.
That too, but here's the thing. You have to go back to her to fuck with her, right? Because she's on the lease. It's her house. You don't live there. Go on about your motherfucking business. There's no need for a TPO unless you plan on going to her. The fuck out of here. This is insane.
Yeah, because I don't think the other girl wants nothing to do with her.
I don't think so either. He's like, I just want this bitch to leave and stay away.
They was dating at one time, so I'm pretty sure that.
What is this picture of? Teeth? Is this supposed to be a teeth mark in her ass or something? I don't know what the fuck this is. This shit is, you know what? Niggas is trifling. Niggas is trifling.
She stole items from me. That way you see her legs and that blue item. Is that to the right or to the left? I think that's like in between her legs. That was actually me on the bed where she had pushed me off.
How did you take the
I
picture
may
with no
actually have some
goddamn-
footage of that, but I don't think it's admissible in court because I didn't.
Bro, how the fuck do you take a picture with both hands in front of you and she pushed you? Who took the fucking picture? This bitch is a fucking fraud.
Out the proper way, but she forcefully pushed me off the bed. I've never put my hands on her. She as you can see my hands, I'm begging her to get out of the room, to leave me alone. She busts into the room. As you can see, I don't know if I'm enlarging it. Her dog is there. She had her dog there. She's yelling obscenities.
It's her
This is
apartment.
me waking up. Again, I'm in a very non-threatening form, and
See
again,
how
I've
she's
always
adding
felt like
all
I had
those
to
small
conform to
details
society.
everything though,
What'd
like
you
her
say?
dog. You see how she's adding all those small details to everything, like her dog was there. You see the towel on the floor. Like that's all her reassuring herself in this story as she's making it up.
God damn it, this bitch is insane.
Well,
This bitch
and
needs
how
mental
much
help.
you want to make a bet? The same picture is in the other case.
Oh, I
100%.
guarantee you.
That's a
Guarantee you. Because this shit is just how do you, I want, if the judge don't ask, how the fuck did you take the pictures with both your hands in front of you? How is that possible? You didn't say no one else was in the room. You said you two. If it's just you two,
I don't know,
you
but
take
we got the wrong judge for that. If that black judge was up there, she'd ask that question.
Judge Bryant. Hey, he was calling for your help there, Black Thoughts, earlier today. He needs you on the other one.
Yeah, I heard him.
Like even
okay.
if she mentioned me being transgender enough, I'm not a threat to anyone. I don't hassle, but I had to deal with racism. Like I said, and it can be used if people don't know the entire story. So I did.
It goes
I
the
did
racism card.
just
Racism
stay in that situation.
Okay, we can take
and
this
the-
down, Madam Clerk. Thank you. So, what about that where she alleged that you kicked her down the stairs? You mentioned in your questions to
This bitch
her
got a
that
brace
she
on her
provoked
ass.
you into physical altercations. It sounds like that could have gone both ways at times from what your questions were and what she testified to. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm glad you clarified that
So,
because it's the way
sir.
that I spoke. So
Sir.
what I'm saying is she would push me. I'm not saying that it provoked me to push her back. I did not. I constantly allowed her to push me, which gave her cause and reason to feel as if I was not going to ever put my hands on her, which I did not have any intent to put my hands on her. I don't hit women. That's not what I do.
Sir.
When she attacked me, I don't know. I don't know if that's what women do. She just pulled my hair. She's just punching me, and I'm allowing her to do this. She's literally on my back. She's literally on my person while this is happening. And like she's bending my fingers. I don't even have mobility in my fingers. She was scratching my hands. She was prying my car keys out of my hand. Just numerous things that she was doing, and she just wanted to fight. She just wanted. I've dealt with females, and usually that's a sign she just wants to get out that aggression, whether it be sexual, physical. She just has a lot of pent up energy, and she just exerted it on me. So I never.
So tell me this: what about when she ran next door to the neighbor?
I was running out. I was leaving I was gone. I left the house to call the police. I phoned the police. I called the police. I had the EMS, and they told me my heart was elevated. I also included notes from my treating doctor. I had to get a CAT scan. I had to get my hand X-rayed. I had to have pain medicine. I had to have ice because she was just like choking me on my neck. She was just huddled. She just wanted to just be all on me, scratching me, everything.
All right. So is there anything else you want the court to know about what you have alleged and what's been alleged against you?
I do, yes, Your Honor. I do want the court to know that she has been painting me in an ill light. I am like, shy to speak because of what society may perceive, but I again, she wanted me in her home, but it was the importance of.
Hey, why she sound like she's from New York, man? Hey, Black Thoughts, you need to hold this L, man. This is your beautiful black he, she queen.
Sir.
That ain't from my part of New York.
Oh, you in New York too, Attic? Oh, yeah, Lord. Oh, you ain't in the okay. You in New York. You in the greater state of New York.
Yeah, I'm in the red part.
Good for you. Good for you. In a red part, he's talking about Long Island. Or Staten Island.
I still moved right the hell out of New York, though. I came south.
Yeah, me too. Fuck that. It's a Looney Tune right now.
I couldn't believe she said she was a transgender, and she was pulling a race card.
Yo,
I'm pulling a race card against another nigga.
Yo, to be honest, would a judge ask the lady up top, I'd be like, Your Honor, did you hear her story? Let's just go from there.
Yeah, because that shit was
don't have
hot.
anything to say. Like,
this shit is insane. Man, sir, you have a penis. She didn't beat you up.
It definitely supports the mental health theory, though.
That's a fact. That is a fucking fact. Because there's something mentally wrong with this chick.
When she wanted to take things from me. Also, I don't know. I'm just like a little distracted.
Okay, so this is the chance where Ms.
like
Clark will have a chance to ask me some questions about what Ms. Wynn has testified to. So, Ms. Clark, do you have a few questions that you would like me to ask? Remember, this is not testimony. This is just ask specific questions.
I sure do.
Okay, go ahead. What's the first question you would like me to ask?
The first question is going to be, did DeKalb County Judge Yolanda Barker Smith declare her mentally unstable?
All right, her question is,
Bam!
when would this have been?
I'm here with the sealed letter from DeKalb County, right here.
So it has to be submitted into evidence for me to consider it ahead of time, like it said on
What's
your
your
notice.
fax number?
So what is the date? Just tell me what.
The date, February 22nd, 2022.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so that was over a year
She
ago.
got caught up.
So, ma'am, the question is just, I guess, as to the competence of the testimony. Have you been declared mentally incompetent at some point?
To answer your question, Your Honor, Judge Yolanda could not declare me. I was a pro se at the time when I was being harassed. My children had just been victims of sexual abuse. DeKalb County had failed us on all fronts. I had called them when I was pregnant and I was a victim of violence. They didn't offer resources like the women's resources or TPOs. Again,
Why is she letting her just talk?
You know, people
Answer the
trying to
question,
dig
yes or
up
no.
dead bones or have me pay debts that I didn't even do. Like I had to sit there and take the abuse, if I should say, from Michael Wen, whoever she wanted to get these open public records from. Anybody can see. I have pictures and I have incident reports, and now he has, you know.
So I understand that. We're going too far into something. So just
yes or no, bitch.
Are you currently under any mental health treatment?
No, and I also for me to be even, like you said, on testosterone, I have to be mentally clear. So when people want to say,
is
like,
going
say,
on?
like, confused about me being
That's definitely
transgender,
not
that's a personal problem. My kids will probably also be confused to know that they're conceived from rape and I was intoxicated.
We don't need to go into that. That's not what's before the court. But I understand you're saying that's in the background.
Wait a fucking minute. Wait a
See,
fucking
as soon as
minute.
she called her out on the mental health, it all fell apart.
And notice she talked about having things notarized earlier, right?
Yeah.
That woman up top was probably her court-ordered guardian.
Oh, you are absolutely
And she had to get everything notarized for her to take care of her business because she was found mentally incompetent.
Yes.
That explains the money too. She's getting SSI.
SSSI, SSDI. What?
But this
Jesus.
judge knows that she's mentally incompetent.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. Listen, sir. We can sit here and listen to her and know that there's mental issues.
Hey,
you pull that up in the court system, that's gonna fucking flash on any screen.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question?
You can't make a
real
legal
quick?
decision.
What's up,
Am I
Joji Duder?
Am I tripping, or did she say she was? Did the person down here in the white say they were pregnant?
Yes. And
How
her
does
children
that-
were
She was
her
currently
children
pregnant?
were conceived from rape,
Great babies,
and she
yeah.
was drunk at all times when it happened, and she's now changing herself to be a man.
Okay. I
She's
heard
on
it.
testosterone, so she can't be found mentally unfit when she's taking testosterone.
I thought it was a man turned into a woman saying.
No, so it's a woman going to a man. So she says.
Okay. All right.
But you know,
this is crazy.
I told you I had a crazy one today. Oh my God!
Stephen King couldn't write a better movie.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, hold on, Miss Clark. All right, Miss Clark, what is your next question?
Did the judge have concerns about Ms. Wynn's mental health and stability, as she stated in this when she lost her kids last year?
Okay, I'm not going to go into why she lost her kids. If she's
I'm just stating that she has a mental health issue.
I understand that. And you've asked that question, and she has said that she was before the court based on different allegations. So there were some. So, Ms. Wynn, there were some.
Ask the question,
back
bitch.
in 2022, there were some concerns expressed by a judge regarding mental health status. Is that correct?
The judge had expressed
Just
concerns
answer yes
because I
or
was.
no first, and then you can explain.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And I'll determine how much weight that is given. But
Right,
go
because
ahead.
mental health could be the abuse that Lakia Clark was saying, calling me peculiar bull dagger.
I understand. Okay, Ms. Clark, do you have another question?
I do.
Go ahead.
Did we ever discuss her having children? Because I never knew she had kids until after she left the home. So she's stating about her children and stuff. Did we ever discuss her family or children? Did I know that she was married or had children prior to 6/2?
I can't ask what you knew, but did y'all ever have a discussion about your children, ma'am, prior to 6/2?
Yes, because she was talking about my kids being mixed with Asian and talking about their eyes and doing a lot of things to incite riot, saying that's why my husband beat me and I made all these allegations. Talking very, very, and nobody should have to sustain that kind of talk about kids that she doesn't even know anything about. But like I said, these are
okay. We already know which way they leaning, right? Politically. But did she just go through every gambit of victimhood that is known to fucking man?
Every single one.
Yes, sir.
Sure did.
Buzzwords and all the way through. I think they call it gaslighting.
Oh my! This is this bitch is literally insane. She's gone Full Metal Jacket for real.
Is that the one word she didn't use? Gaslighting? Is that the one she
No,
didn't
they
use?
use gaslighting too.
Oh, did
I think they call it
She did use it.
gaslighting.
Yeah, she did use gaslighting. It's just fucking crazy.
So which one didn't she use?
That's what I said. She hasn't used not one thing that's not a buzzword.
Oh, she didn't use white supremacy yet.
Or Donald Trump.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
Okay, she didn't use white supremacy because she pulled the race card against another black person.
But she still didn't use the word white supremacy.
That was just showing the yellow card.
But
to the
there's still
judge,
time.
just to let her know.
There's still time.
We still got another 16 minutes or something like that. So it could be brought up. We don't know.
open records.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Yeah. All right. So next question, ma'am.
Next question is going to be, do you have a record of each of your last two addresses? You put cases on each person, yes or no?
What have you filed against the past two, against people who reside in the past two residents you've been at, Miss Wynn?
The past two residents? I've lived a few places. I mean,
that's a
past two residences you've been at, have you filed something, a civil case against either of those past two residences?
I mean, the past two can be since I was from two. She can, I mean, I don't
the two places you lived before the one you were at in this case.
Not directly prior. Not directly prior. I've lived other places, but you know, if she wanted to know every record that I've ever filed the TPO of people, because I have a record of allowing people to abuse me. If you want to listen to the records, so.
All right, Miss Clark.
Did you claim that the last residence that you lived in Austell, the person that you were on the lease, did you claim abuse and that she stole your property and the same things that you're claiming against me?
So did you claim the same thing against where you were living in Austell against the people you were living with there that you are claiming in this case?
Again, these are federal investigations because it was lost in the mail. So with the United Postal
Federal
Services, their investigations. So
my question is the question was, did you file and claim the same thing against the people in Austell? Yes or no?
Have people known that I had money and stole from me? Yes, I have.
Ma'am, did you file a petition claiming the same things against people in Austell that were residing with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You can always explain afterwards, but you got to answer the questions. Yes, no, or I don't know. All right. Next question.
Do you have a history of family violence within the last 3 years?
Okay, I'm not going to allow that question unless it's with you and you have personal knowledge of it.
So I do have personal knowledge of it.
Were you involved? You were there to witness it?
Oh, no, I wasn't there to witness it.
Then I'm not going to allow that question.
Well, it's public record, bitch. Oh, my
Can I go with the
God.
next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you arrested a month before moving in with me?
Unless you were involved, that also is not relevant.
Okay. Are those pictures that you just shown with those? Did you do that?
Wait a minute. If how can this bitch bring up everything in the world about what happened to her prior to her, but she can't ask her a question on the bullshit that she's been saying? This judge is, you know what? Mayo, get your white queen. Atticus, you too. Get your white queen over here. I'm sick of this shit. She's not being fair. I like the questions she's asking. She's asking good questions. I want to know the answers, goddammit.
To yourself, are they fake? Because they're not on any of these agreements right here from when the police came to the house. Did the police tell you that those were old and that you were making them up? Yes or no?
All right. Did the police tell you the pictures were old and you were making them up, Miss Wynn?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Next question.
Why do you want to move in with a place? Why would you want to come back to someone who abused you and did all these things to you?
All right. Why? I think that's already been asked.
No, it wasn't, bitch.
In a different way. But why are you going back if the residence was such a bad living circumstance?
Yeah, she's asking why I'm seeking justice for myself. The same reason why I'm fighting for my children. I'm fighting because just like I said, just how she's in her home, just how I lost, hundreds of thousands, $100,000 in that home. That was a brand new home indicator, newer than her home. She's trying to compare and say all these things on cars that I didn't have that I paid cash for. You don't even know anything about me. You want to focus on the negative things and nothing that I've done for myself, working for myself, things of that nature. I want to return because I paid for that. Or with this civil hearing, you can return my funds. Well, I don't even know your financial situation.
So this is not the place to get damages for breach of contract or anything like that. This is just intervention family violence.
Yes, Your Honor. It's because I paid. I paid to be at the residence, and there's no reason why I should have to be attacked. There's no reason why I have to be victimized. There's no reason why my belongings have to be stolen. There's no reason why I have to face homelessness or live outside because I did everything right. So I have to file within the courts. I have to have somebody try to dig up bones while we're on live. Anybody can watch this. That's why anybody can look up my name. That's why I do what I do, because what am I going to do? Allow somebody like this to get me shot by the police? Or these things are circulating in our community. I've been around people who are advocates for people, community, disenfranchised people, marginalized people. I don't wish to put anybody in a situation, but I'm not going to allow somebody to victimize me or talk about my children.
You want me to stop when she started just buzzwords it out, huh?
Yo, I didn't catch it till you said what? Yo, did she say, do you want me to get shot by the police?
Yes.
Yo, this is mental illness at its finest. Oh man. Wow. Yo, I'm actually starting to feel bad for her. No, I am.
How? I just want to know how and why do you feel bad for her? Well, you don't even give a fuck about majority of motherfuckers.
I don't, but I feel bad for her because she's not getting the help that she needs. This
nigga said the help that she needs.
No, sir. She needs help.
More buzzwords.
Yeah, right. More buzzwords. No, but she does need help. She needs to be in a nice white jacket that's the back.
Yep, in a rubber room.
Yeah, like the fact that she needs help. Like now she's getting shot by the police. Like what next?
Well, sir,
Let's guess the next buzzword she's gonna use.
It's gonna be Trump. She's been around goddamn activists for the communities. Look, listen, this bitch is insane.
Yeah,
And
she's off for a rocker.
fuck that, hide your wives. They get around this bitch, they are guaranteed to rub off craziness. No, ain't that bitch into all this, mama. She just stupid. Oh,
they have no knowledge of. And that's when she continues to overstep her boundaries and doesn't realize we just have a rental agreement. Or if she wanted me to help her with things with her job and filling up her tank and running errands with her and helping her out, that's out of the kindness of my heart. No way is that weakness, and no way do I feel like I shouldn't be compensated or reimbursed or upheld with what I paid for. She doesn't get to just assault me. She doesn't get to talk about my children. She doesn't get to talk about
I'm going to need you to bring it down a little bit. I understand these are very difficult, but this is not the time to yell and scream. It is the time to politely, civilly, as best as possible, answer the questions. So this is about intervention of family violence. Do you have any more questions, Ms. Clark?
She stated several times we don't know each other. Do we know each other?
I think she's already answered. I'm not sure. I don't understand that question because hold on. What was testified to is y'all met on Craigslist, and then there was a lease, and then they lived together for a period of time. All right.
Okay.
What mean by know? Is there anything different than you mean by did you know each other?
Meaning she keeps saying that I talked about her children, but I never knew this girl. I never knew she had children until she left. And I started looking up her record. I think
she's saying you're talking about them now. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. You'll have your chance to testify.
So my next question is the room agreement that she signed, is it month to month with a 30-day written notice?
That's not relevant to whether there's acts of family violence at this point.
What do you say, good sir?
I knew it was a room rental thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I knew it. It's crazy. This lady's off for a rocker.
That's relevant to a breach of contract or an eviction.
Did she kick me down the steps?
All right. What about, did you kick her down the steps?
No, Your Honor.
How did she end up at the bottom of the steps?
When was she at the bottom of the steps? I submit pictures of her kicking me and her pushing me down the steps.
Oh my God.
So your testimony, she's making all of this up?
She attacked me, yes, Your Honor. And I didn't even believe that she would attack me, you know? I didn't even believe that she could attack me. For the remainder of the time, I'm having to hold this girl off of me from attacking me. She's like literally attacking me. What made her feel like when I stopped, like she just felt like she couldn't overpower me. But that's none of her business. So if I try to overpower me, she doesn't have to try me in that manner. Like that's what she wanted to do. So I don't know.
What'd you say, Atticus?
She looks like she's about to have a full-on panic attack.
She probably is. She's having a panic attack. You know, that's how those justice activists act. What justice warriors act? Whatever the fuck they call themselves.
Social justice
warrior. There you go. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
They all have panic attacks at the thought of being held accountable. At the thought of being held accountable, they always have fucking panic attacks. Just the thought of it. They got to find their way out of it, like they're being backed in a corner like a goddamn Wolverine or some shit. This is insane. This is fucking insane.
Oh, well, and I asked her, is she bipolar? What kind of psychosis she's dealing with? Because why would somebody wake up in the morning, want to call somebody names who already gave you money, who is being nice to you? I filled up her tank, $50 gas, buying her this. She yells at me when I wants to get groceries, saying I'm supposed to be the man. I'm not. I didn't know I was signing up to be in a relationship with her. She was saying I was her girlfriend. I don't even adhere to those terms, or I didn't agree to anything outside of anything like that.
What?
Any other questions, Ms. Clark?
So she said she does not have any family violence, which she's not telling the truth about.
And and to answer your question, like I said, you don't know me. I'm a victim of abuse. I was put into the system.
So hold on, we're not going to just start off. Stop. No, everybody, when I speak, please do not speak over me. We're still in court. These are formal proceedings.
We're not in court.
You each had a full chance
We're
to
on Zoom.
testify. I understand what you've said, Ms. Wynn. But there's also allegations that you have also been
Each had a
violent,
full
and that's what
chance
I'm
to
trying to figure out
testify?
from both sides
Really?
right now.
What did you say?
She said each had a full chance to testify. The woman up top didn't testify.
That didn't happen.
Anything.
No, she just got to ask questions. That's all.
That was it.
Well, her testimony alone has been damning. She's guilty.
It's been damning, yo.
She's guilty. I'm telling you right now, she's guilty of mental abuse of the fucking retarded. I'm just saying.
And so, Ms. Clark, do you have any more questions?
Yes.
Okay,
Did she threaten to shoot me with my brothers at the house?
Was her brother there when you allegedly threatened to shoot her?
No, Your Honor, and I should have asked her that she submitted any evidence, because I don't know if you're the same judge that she was actually granted the parte, because I was actually surprised.
I'm not, and it doesn't matter. We do it on
I know,
testimony.
because-
Hold on. Sworn testimony at the time of the ex parte hearing and how it happens. And then there's an opportunity for both sides to submit evidence. Right now, you have instructions on how to submit evidence, and I don't look at evidence unless and until it's brought into this hearing while we're having right now. Okay, so what's been presented is what I'm looking at. That's the only thing I've seen in this case. All right, go ahead, Ms. Clark. Do you have any other questions?
She didn't answer if she threatened to shoot me or not.
I think she said no.
Oh, okay. No other questions. This process is a little confusing. I went through the Women's Advocate Center I didn't even get a thing about submitting any evidence or any of that. This whole
Okay, it's on
process
page 6 of the order that you get emailed.
Okay.
I looked at the order on page 6.
You know niggas don't read. First off,
So hold on.
First
y'all.
off, if it wasn't on the first page, niggas is not going to the 6. That's crazy to even think that niggas want to read through a whole bunch of bullshit to file fucking evidence. Come on. How many of y'all filed evidence on Zoom before?
Right. Shit is crazy.
This is insane. Hey, this Zoom shit is very cool, though. I will say that because you see how stupid people really are. Shit.
Same place as the virtual notice. There's 2 pages at the end. It also says how to submit evidence ahead of time. It should be submitted 24 hours ahead of time. It's the same notice as the Zoom link. And it's part of the ex parte order. So if you have the ex parte order with the date on it, the back of the order has all that information.
Okay. Well, I read the order, and like I said, it's a confusing process. I actually put in days before. I called crying and boo crying, going up to the courthouse, boo crying about this. And that's when Miss Ayana did it for me. She can testify how distraught I was.
Now,
So
I
the whole
understand. You
process
can
is
testify
confusing.
how
That's all
distraught
I'm
you
saying.
were. Okay, I hear what you're saying. And I know this is a difficult process.
Definitely to the point.
I know this is a difficult process for people not familiar with the process, but I am limited by the law and the rules of evidence, even though we are pro se and not represented by attorneys here, okay? So, based on everything I've heard, I do have concerns
Hey, that judge just gave an exhausted.
The thing is, she didn't hear everything because the other lady didn't get to testify.
Well, they got 3 minutes. Maybe her testimony is only like maybe a couple seconds.
You heard what? She about to make a judgment based on everything I heard.
That's right.
Judgment.
Well, maybe she didn't have to say nothing to say. She know that bitch is crazy down there. She know the bitch crazy.
She's gonna rule for her. She's gonna rule for her.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think she's gonna rule against the little dark black bitch down the he down there, the sir down at the bottom. Sorry, because he's taking testosterone.
If an order is not issued, there will be violence in the future between the parties. Based on the testimony, facts, testified to by each side, evidence presented, and the particularities of the testimony. I am going to do something I don't normally do, but I have concerns in this case, given what I've heard from everyone. So I'm going to grant both orders. But the first order, 23 PO 5137, Lakia Clark versus Samaria Nguyen, that order, both orders will be in effect for 12 months. The other party cannot have any contact with the other party at all. Not direct, not indirect, not through text, email, calls, anything. Ms. Clark will be awarded the sole and exclusive possession of the residence. You cannot go back there, Ms. Nguyen. You cannot contact her or come within 100 yards of her, except you will be given one time only to be arranged in advance with law enforcement on or before July 15th to go with, and the number will be on your order, to retrieve your remaining personal belongings. Okay? Before that time, the parties are not to destroy either the joint property of the parties or either petitioner's property. All right, and not cancel any of the utilities or anything like that. I'm not going to order the Family Violence Intervention Program because it sounds like there was no intimate relationship here. There is no familial relationship, and there is no reason that the parties should have any future contact, no kids, nothing. So I'm not going to order the Family Violence Intervention Program. But while this order is in effect, neither party can possess a firearm under federal law.
Damn.
Under each order.
Damn.
All right. So, Ms. Clark, your order will say that Ms. Nguyen has a chance, when arranged in advance with law enforcement, escorted by law enforcement, to get her personal belongings by July 15th. Ms. Nguyen, your order will say that you will have an opportunity to, same thing, one trip only, to arrange by July 15th of 2023 to get your personal belongings. Okay? There is not going to be a compliance date because you will not be doing the Family Violence Intervention Program. You just need to stay away from each other, except for that one trip arranged by law enforcement and escorted by law enforcement. You will each get a copy of the order awarding in your case, and in the other case, to get a copy of the order against you, you will need to reach out to the clerk's office in a day or so. And
but I don't understand why they put in that they can't possess a firearm. That doesn't even make sense. There wasn't even any firearms violence. Well, she did say she's gonna shoot her, but okay,
Yeah,
never
but
mind. I get it.
What people don't understand, when you agree to these things, you are agreeing to a domestic violence conviction.
Yes.
And in most states, you would actually lose your right forever to own a firearm.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is stupid, but that's why I wouldn't. Be careful who you allow in your motherfucking residence. You meet a bitch. I thought Craigslist was pretty much dead.
Even if you have somebody staying with you, do not allow them to send mail to your home.
Yes.
Do not give them a key to your mailbox. That way, if something does show up there, you can get rid of it before the person even knows.
This is insane.
Force
bro.
them to get a P.O. box.
Yep. All right.
There are professionals that do this for a living, and she is one of them.
Oh, she's definitely professional doing
They
it.
will get you a copy of that order. Okay? Thank you both. I know this has been a lot and a very difficult situation. And
But again, what you said, the Samsung chick, Miss Clark, didn't even get a chance to testify against anything, and she just ruled against. That's crazy. It should have been just one being ruled. With that bitch is crazy right there. Not the other way around. We all know this bitch is crazy, but she just got away with it. She got away with it.
And the judge should have ordered a psych eval, especially if she's and if she's been found not mentally competent. She cannot sit in that courtroom and testify, not even for herself.
So I think.
And the judge knows it.
Well, she's gonna say she didn't have any formal knowledge of it, so she can get away with the shit. So
not just got away with it, got away with it again for like what, the third time now, fourth time,
yep,
according to that.
fourth time. There was 3 prior, and then her.
And
Every
the
time.
next roommate, you're gonna see it there in 2 months.
Yo.
It's just insane. That bitch is
Guaranteed.
crazy. Well, probably more than 4 times, Mom. Bitch is crazy. All right, so what is this one? Our next one is Judge Simpson, the black guy, the motherfucker who looks like what is his name? From the Rat Pack. No, I don't know. Fuck it.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, Sammy Davis. At least to me, that's what he looks like. But I you know. And the snitch.
I thought they had finally gotten you, Mr. Killerwald, but
He
I
actually
realized
sounds
that
like
wasn't
him
the case
too.
I was calling.
Sammy Davis
Court
Jr.
calls the case. People State of Michigan versus Raheem Smith.
Kirby on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Mr. Smith, seated to my right.
All right, very good. This is date and time set for preliminary examination. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may call your first witness.
Your Honor, the people would call Raven Hinton.
Then please come forward to be sworn.
Wait a minute. Did that bailiff just have motherfucking dreads?
Solemnly swear affirm the testimony.
Or braids at least?
First and last name is spelled for the record.
Raven Hinton.
Oh, he does.
RAVENHINTON.
You may inquire.
Thank you. Ms. Hinton, do you recall April 28th of 2023?
No.
And where were you that day? Okay. Okay. And do you know what city or township that's in? And do you know what county that's in? And you said you were at your friend's house. Was anyone else there with you?
She was there, Harmony was there, and her kids were there. I mean, it was different people there. Are you talking about when the incident happened, or?
Sure, when the incident happened, who was there?
Harmony and her 2 kids, Messiah and Luke.
Okay. And did you have anyone else that showed up to the home?
Yeah.
And who was that? Okay, and do you see Raheem Smith in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
And can you tell me something he's wearing? And let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant as Raheem Smith.
Without objection, record shall so reflect.
And when the defendant came over to that location, where was he?
He was in the car.
And did you go out to the vehicle?
I went out to the vehicle.
And how do you know him?
That's the father of my child.
And did you get inside the vehicle? And what happened when you were inside the vehicle?
Started to hit me when I got in the car.
Okay, and when you say he started to hit you, where was he hitting you?
In the face.
Okay, in your face, and what side of your face? Do you recall?
I mean, he was in the driver's side of his face, and then I got in the car.
And do you recall how many times he hit you?
Just once, and he grabbed my hair.
Oh.
I opened the door and got out.
Okay, and what happened when you exited the vehicle?
I had dropped all my stuff on my purse on the ground.
If you need to take a moment, you can. May I approach for a second, briefly?
Yes, you may.
It's an emotional thing to get your ass beat. You are a crybaby, mama. Stop it.
I dropped all my stuff on the ground, like my cards and stuff. And when I was bent over, he kind of ripped the engine up like he was gonna hit me, like I was facing the driveway. Kind of ripped the engine up. But he was gonna proceed to hit me, but he didn't. And I ran up to the porch to knock on the door. Harmony let me in, but it was locked. And he came on the porch and started fighting me.
Okay, and when you said he came on the porch and started fighting you, what does that mean? Did he grab you? Did he hit you?
Yeah, he grabbed me, punching me, he was fighting me. And I got away before Harmony opened the door. And when she came out, she seen that me and him had been in a fight. I ran to the backyard and then I came back around to the front. And she was upset that he had came back to her house.
Okay. And is at that point, did he leave you alone?
No, he was still in the yard, like he wouldn't leave, and that's where Harmony got upset at because it was her home and he was on the grass. Actually, he pulled up to the porch. That's how close he was when he jumped out to fight me. He pulled the car on the porch, and that's why she came outside upset because the car was on her whole lawn.
Okay. And at any point, did you give the defendant permission to touch you in that way? No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
I mean, how many people give permission for a motherfucker to hit him? Well, I take that back because men are stupid. Hit me then, bro. So I never mind. How many women? No, women do the same thing. Think about that. We do invite a lot of people as black people to hit us, and white people too. White people do it as well. Never mind.
All right. Cross-examination.
That nigga look evil.
You saw that Harmony was upset. What about her led you to believe that she was upset?
She was upset because this was our second time fighting at her home. He had came there earlier in the night and fought me inside her home, and it was broken up. And he left and came back at 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is when the incident happened. So she was upset that he came back to her home.
Was she visibly angry at that time?
Yeah, she was angry.
What could you tell about her that makes you think she was visibly angry?
I mean, she was yelling, she was going off to get off her property. I mean, we're all friends, like we all know each other, so she was upset with him for riding his car on her lawn.
What was she yelling?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
An excited utterance.
Sustained.
How long was she yelling for?
And the whole incident, it was a argument, like she was yelling, "Ted, get off my yard, leave."
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Okay. She didn't call for the response. All right.
Okay, I didn't ask a question, Your Honor, of course. What was she doing with her body language at that time?
I mean, what do you mean?
Like, what was she doing with her hands? What was she doing? Where was she walking?
She was walking, I mean, she was walking towards him and she was upset. She was telling him to get off her lawn. She was cussing him out. She picked up the brick. She did all that. She was upset. And I told her to put the brick down. She put the brick down.
You said she picked up a brick?
Yeah, but she didn't hit his car because I told her to put it down and to come up because I seen that he was in the state of.
How long after Raheem got there did she pick up the brick?
After he fought me twice. Got back in the car and was still on her lawn with the car.
How long did she have the brick in her hands for?
I mean, probably about 30 seconds. It's a brick. Like, if you're not gonna hold a brick for.
Man, shut that baby
Do
up.
you think
man.
it was in her hands for 30 seconds? When she had the brick in her hand, What else was she doing?
I mean, she was aiming when she was gonna throw it at the car, but I told her to put it down. She didn't.
When you say that she was aiming like she was going to throw it at the car, what do you mean?
Like she had the brick in her hand, like she was gonna throw it at the car.
Could you like demonstrate the actions with your hands? Okay, okay. Like you're saying she had the brick in one hand and she was pointing it like that?
It was like basically over her head. That's why I said 30 seconds, because who can hold a brick over their head that long?
I don't know. So she had the brick over her head for a little bit,
Yeah.
and she was doing that while she was cussing him out.
Yeah.
What up, Eric? We're having a good
He
day
was
over here.
still on her line with his car, pulled up to her front porch.
Was she standing in the same spot while she had the brick in her hand?
What do you mean standing in the same spot?
When she had the brick in her hand, did she stay in one spot or did she move somewhere else?
She was standing there in front of the car with it. And
How?
I said standing, I didn't say walking.
Okay, okay. So she's standing near the car with the brick over her head?
Right.
And how close does the car does she come with the brick?
I mean, she doesn't even, she drops it behind her back, so she doesn't even throw it when I tell her to put it down.
So you were yelling at her while she had the brick in her hand?
I was yelling at both of them. I was telling him to leave and get off her property, and I was telling Harmony to put the brick down and come inside her home.
So you're trying to diffuse the situation, is what you're saying?
Right, that's why I even went outside in the car with him, because he was telling me that he was pulling up to her house and it was I better come out and this and that, and I didn't want to bring anything to my friend's home, but it's not my home, and he knows that.
Okay. Did Harmony ever, did she touch Raheem? Did she kick his car door?
She did. How did she kick his car door?
With her foot. Okay. And when did she do that in the interaction?
After she dropped the brick, she was upset because he still was sitting there and he wouldn't move. She was on the phone with her mother as well as me talking to her. Her mother was trying to calm her down and I was trying to calm her down, but she was upset. And after she dropped the big brick, she wouldn't kick the door, and then she did hit him.
And she did hit him?
Yeah, through the window.
How did she hit him through the window?
I mean, like, I don't know if it connected, but she threw her hand, she kicked the door, threw her hand in the window.
Okay. Like was it a punch? Was it a slap?
I mean, it was like through the window, like.
Are you saying that her hand went through the window, but you couldn't see it after it went through the window?
First, and she was at the door.
Okay.
Of the car, and they were on the line. I'm telling you that her arm went in, I don't know if it was closed, open, but she kicked the door and put her hand in the car to swing on him because he's still at this point where she had a brick, I'm telling him to leave, everybody's telling him to leave, he's still sitting there.
So in other words, it was just a whole bunch of nigga shit, man. A whole bunch of nigga shit. And Black thought you should be ashamed of yourself. Good, sir.
Sir, I have nothing to do with these people. I'm not standing in anything because I don't live like this.
Courtroom. So.
What do you say?
He's innocent on this. I said I don't see Black thoughts in the courtroom, so I think he's innocent on this.
Thank you, Mayo, for exonerating me.
No problem, sir.
This is stupid. Oh my God. So Harmony goes up to the car and starts a fight with the dude. The dude didn't hit her, so Harmony's actually in the wrong. You don't have the right to go, threaten someone and go and punch them if they're in the car. Just saying, he didn't hit you, supposedly. I don't know, but that bitch is guilty. She started the whole thing. No. Oh, bunch of niggas shit.
Because this is again her home with her 2 children in the house, and he knows that.
Okay. Did she try to hit him through the car once or twice?
Once. One time. I said once.
Okay.
Why you got attitude?
After she tried to hit him, were you still yelling?
Yeah, I was yelling at him to leave the whole time.
How far away from the car were you at that time?
Across the street, who he knows was telling him to leave as well.
How far away from the car were you when you were talking to them?
I was on the porch. I was close enough to the porch, and I was telling Harmony to come on the porch so we can go inside. And I was on the way there we were gonna handle it however we needed to, so it wouldn't have had to go this way for nobody.
How far is the porch from the car?
At this point, he backed up to like the curb, like close to the curb. Like he was up on the porch when he pulled up initially to come, and he backed up like to the curb, like but he was still in the grass.
Okay.
Still on the line.
So he,
Like halfway in the driveway, halfway on the grass.
is this while she has the brick in her hand?
Yeah, that's what's at this point, because he backed his car up a little bit, but he still didn't pull off her line, he still didn't pull off her property, and her two small children were in the house sleeping. This is the second time coming and doing something at her home.
Can you estimate how far away the porch was?
I don't know, I didn't have a ruler.
More than 10 feet?
I just said from the porch to the, he backed up to the curb.
Thank you. I have no more questions, Your Honor.
Ma'am, just so that I'm clear, when you're saying that he backed up to the curb, you're saying his back wheels went to the curb?
Basically, the back
Okay.
wheels were at the curb. So
Got
him
it.
backing up and being at the porch.
Okay, I got it.
Judge, could I ask if the witness remain in the court just in case I need to call later? There's gonna be more testimony after her that could be relevant.
Okay. Is there any redirect to this witness at this time?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, you may step down. You'll have to remain in the building, but outside of the courtroom. Okay, because you may be called back, but I'll release you as soon as I know. Okay, thank you. We call your next witness.
People would call Harmony Redding.
Hold on. Let me pause it real quick. What's going on there, Mr. Thin Black Line?
Hello there, gentlemen.
Did you just wake up from a night of stealing, sir?
No, sir. Doing some errands. I just came home and I seen Jigaboos online with the good old white man, and I said, let me jump on. I see Mayo is here and Atticus is here. Hello.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
I had dreams about being on fire again, so I appreciate that from last night. That worked out well for me. I don't think that should have been the thing we watched before we went to bed. I don't think that was the right thing to do. To watch a bunch of explosions, then try to go to sleep. So
Actually, I slept like a fucking baby.
Sir, I gotta give you. You did not go on Fight Club last night, sir.
I didn't. I told you I wasn't.
I am proud
I didn't
of
lie.
you.
I didn't lie.
We all thought you.
You was on there last night.
No, I was not.
Or that night before. That was Friday night.
No, yeah, he lied the night before. He lied on Friday, but Saturday he told the truth.
Yeah, I needed some sleep. I even got up on time to do the show and everything. Because I did say 11 to 12, and I went on at 12.
Well,
that was the rap. Y'all talking about that was the rap battle.
Yeah.
LA, what's up, man?
I don't speak to you, sir.
Oh, since you got burnt by that girl last night.
No, sir. No, sir.
You say you was burnt. You say you was burning.
No, sir. We were watching videos of things catching on fire. Don't you supposed to be with your wife? Why are you here with us? You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be your anniversary. What the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, John, it only burns when it only burns when he pees, man.
That's a fact. And I visited Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks touched my forehead, and butterflies came out my mouth. So I ain't got it no more.
Yeah,
that's another great movie.
Man, that movie too goddamn long.
So what is
that won't be till August.
Yeah.
What are the movies for tonight, sir?
Green Mile.
No, sir. Fuck you.
I do have the Green Mile and the Green Book.
No, we're not watching either one of those tonight. I will put my foot down on that shit. We're not watching them.
Oh, you said it got to be 80s though, right? You did say 80 movies.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Return of the Ooze.
Return of the Ooze.
All
right, for sure.
And if y'all want to do a double header,
uh-huh,
we can sneak one of the Lethal Weapons in there.
Yeah, whatever floats the boat at this time. So I'm gonna wake up and work from home, so you know. But it is what it is. All right, let's continue this. I'm trying to be done in the next 45 hours. So.
Whoa. Ma'am, not my court. Ever.
I apologize.
Nigga shit.
Dan, I believe the defendant called her a snitch. That's why she
I-
responded.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know. And I'm about to, you know what? Take him out.
What did he do?
We'll stop this right now. You need
Called her
to
a
talk to your
snitch.
client about how he's conducting himself in my courtroom.
I didn't see anything, Your Honor. I was looking at my.
Well, he started lipping off right now, and he's still lipping off. You need to talk to him, check him before we bring him back in.
Okay, understood, Your Honor.
No, send that Blackie to jail.
So we'll have Miss Redding wait.
Okay.
Will conduct themselves.
I'm going through the
Sorry, Your Honor.
poorest two states in the union.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Burns.
So Mississippi and
And
Alabama.
Louisiana,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but do we have another one ready?
Mississippi, Louisiana.
I think we can call Robert.
They Wi-Fi.
Okay.
The towers are scrappy.
Yes. One.
Got it.
You better haul ass through there, boy.
What is it? They'll be
40, the defendant would be pleading to count 2, 3, and 4, and count 1 would be dismissed. And then the other cases, 23F5, 5041, 54, and 5518 would also be dismissed. There's also a sentencing agreement between the people.
Ain't nobody dismissing that Negro cases.
You know what? Hold on one moment. You want to call security down to the end of the hallway?
Nigga
Call.
shit. This is how they get down in Michigan?
Call.
Where's the hallway camera?
I know. Show the hallway.
You talking about call security? Yo, the shit,
Mr. Danner, please.
dude.
Down at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what happened, right?
The court
Right, I know. But
baby mama.
Harmony, right, is out there fighting that other chick because they was getting along at their house. Whole bunch of shit. Whole bunch of nigga shit.
The courtroom is the sheriff's domain. Why the fuck is he talking about calling security? That's stupid. You got a sheriff right there.
Because the sheriff has to stay here for the jigaboo.
They got more than one sheriff.
There's not one in the office right now. The other sheriffs took off outside already.
Yeah, so why would he call security for them if they out there already? What
They
they got?
might need more help.
They need four sheriffs in that whole damn town.
Well, they had a whole bunch of sheriffs in here for the other dude. They called the dude a snitch or called the female a snitch. Yeah.
Lock their asses up in themselves in the back. You need one sheriff to watch him, and then everybody go whip everybody's ass out in the hallways and throw their asses in the cell back there. We got enough room for everybody. That's how you do it. You can't be playing around, man. This is crazy.
So didn't they say that guy used the car as a weapon? Didn't he say he tried to hit her with it? Didn't the lady testify to that?
Yes.
Good.
So if she testified that he tried to use the car as a weapon, him getting punched wouldn't be a problem. Wouldn't be a problem then, would it?
Well, she punched first. She punched first.
Yeah, I got it.
She punched first, sir.
So I thought he used the car first. Then she swung at him.
No. She threatened him with a brick and then threw the brick back and so-called went to the window and punched him in the face once. And then he used the car as a goddamn. But he did hit the chick that was on the witness stand. He did hit her in the face once and then was fighting her at the top of the stairs. She got away, went inside the house. Harmony stayed out there arguing with him. She came back around and she got back on the porch. It's nigga shit.
Who got caught screwing?
So
who?
he was the aggressor then. He was the aggressor.
He was the aggressor first to the chick that was testifying. He was fighting with her because I guess that was his baby mama girlfriend or whatever. And then Harmony had her kids in the house, and he didn't want them to be acting because she don't like the motherfucker. So she had to go take up for the bitch that was getting her ass beat. So Harmony probably mad at her for bringing all this to her motherfucking domicile, considering she told the bitch don't bring the motherfucker over there. So nigga shit. Literally,
Yeah,
all
that's what it
nigga
is.
shit.
That's what it is.
We just watched a movie called Gummo the other day, sir. This is not just nigga shit. White folks do this too.
No,
And
no, I'm
Gummo
not saying
proved
it.
it.
No. I'm saying this right here is nigga shit.
Yeah, he's innocent. Free him.
Oh, well, they did dismiss a lot of charges, so you know he'll be
Free
back
him.
on the streets, so it doesn't matter.
Knocking both of them off again.
You stupid.
Hey, that judge got a hairline like a mug.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm not gonna keep saying it, but there's some bullshit with y'all picking and choosing who y'all talk about.
I just saw it. I just happened to glance down. I could see it at that time. But yeah, that's a way back.
He got that Tom Jones hair.
You're out there now. All
right, go.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Killawall. Mr. Rembert, go ahead.
Hairline running a marathon.
Need people to behave themselves.
No, that's gonna work, Judge.
Damn, we gotta go again.
Everything good.
What's wrong with these niggas in Detroit?
Put him in the jail cell.
Gotcha.
They gotta bring the full company back. Is full company still in Detroit?
Got it. Okay, so she was just out there or something. And then, okay.
It's not my fault.
Yeah,
Kick anybody out.
we're good.
Okay.
I don't know if it's my phone, but that judge look kind of gangster too, though.
Yeah.
That's Judge Simpson, sir.
All right, let's get him back out then.
He definitely
Let's
like
try
a
this
gang
again.
bang.
Like he'll pull out a whoop your butt in a second.
You know he keep a switchblade.
Mr. Berton, you have admonished your client.
You should know to start quiet now.
All right, thank you.
You know you can't quiet these Negroes. He gonna come right back in that courtroom. Bitch, you know what I said.
Oh, you missed a good court case before this one, sir.
I guess.
You would have loved it. Yo, this shit was all confusing.
So they both pretty much got charged with domestic violence. Is that what how that turned out, right? The two females.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was still listening. Yeah.
Mayo, that's a good looking white woman, Mayo.
Why you ask Mayo?
Because Mayo know these things. Damn, look how many people they got around him.
I told you that's where they all were.
They better
All right.
not. He better not blink.
Back
They
on the
gonna whip
record
his
in the
ass.
case of the People's State of Michigan versus Raheem Smith. Counsel is present.
They
Mr.
got
Smith,
like 7
you
of
had an
them bitches.
opportunity to talk with your attorney about how you should conduct yourself in my courtroom, sir?
Nah, bitch.
Had you talked to your attorney about how you need to conduct yourself in my courtroom? Thank you. You may call your next witness.
The people would call Harmony Redding.
I need y'all people to get out my way so I can get down the highway.
And please come forward to be sworn.
Oh, this is another ghetto bitch. Here come Harmony. Oh, get the fuck out of here. This bitch was just out there fighting.
Stupid four-wheelers.
This way. When you take a seat, raise your right hand.
I swear affirm the testimony you're about to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your first and last name and spell it for the record.
Harmony Redding, HARMONYREDDING.
All right, you may inquire.
Thank you. Miss Redding, do you recall April 28th of 2023? Where were you?
Wait a minute. When the judges allowed to start allowing these bitches to have hoods and have hats on in their courtroom? I've never
Females,
seen
right?
this.
That's
Yeah.
a female?
That's
Females
a-
can wear hats.
When? Since when?
Females can always wear hats inside buildings.
Since when?
I don't know. I just thought that was always a thing.
No. All right. Maybe I'm too young or too old. I don't never remember anyone being allowed to wear motherfucking
Nah,
anything inside of a-
females could always wear hats. Men couldn't.
This bitch has what is that thing called? A beanie on.
Well, what we kind of had I be talking about though, but women are allowed to wear hats in buildings, men are not.
Okay, you must know
Women,
better than me.
Okay,
women always
and
have
do you know where that is?
women always need a covering.
Can you tell me the address?
That bitch is covering her hair with a fucking beanie.
Do you know what city or township that's in? And who were you there with?
Some other dumb nigga.
Okay.
Y'all young
And did
young
anyone
cats too
appear
young to
at
know
that
stuff like
home
that though.
after just
No, sir. I know
all those
about it.
people were already there?
But you're not young though.
Yes.
That was funny.
Not with
Did
their hairline.
anyone drive
Not with their
onto the
hairline
grass?
anyway.
You must got your wife with you in that truck,
And
bitch,
do you
'cause
see
it'll
where he
seem
went
like
in the
you're on
courtroom
vacation.
today? Okay. And can you tell me what he's
Nah,
wearing?
I'm in Mississippi.
Okay. And let
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
record
not no
reflect this
vacation.
witness has identified the defendant as.
Without objection, just so reflect.
Tell that lot lizard I said
And
hi.
when he pulled up into the driveway and onto the grass,
That's your duties, not
where
mine.
were you?
Tell that lot lizard I said what's up.
And at any point did you
I
come
don't deal with
outside of
that.
the home?
That's what you do on your shift.
Banging on the door and
You know so much about them.
I just saw a movie.
opening up the door, leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you came out of the home, what did you see?
Like kind of dragging her off the porch. I don't know if he was trying to pull her back into the car because the car was up to the porch. So he might have been trying to pull her back to the car.
Okay. And what did you do at that point?
Get off my porch and leave. Leave.
Okay. And so at any point, did you have any physical contact with the defendant?
He had stepped back in his car and he kind of backed up into like the front part of the grass, but he was still like in the grass, and I had picked up the brick and I went up to the car at first and I was about to throw the brick, but then I ended up throwing the brick down just because I thought about my kids and everything like that.
That's a lie.
More commotion, so I'm like, just leave.
I don't even know. I wasn't there, but I know that's a
Okay.
lie.
And so you just said, did you
Wait a
have any?
minute. You had a physical altercation because your friend just testified that you punched him in his face.
Yeah, I know that was a lie. When do women ever stop? When do women ever do something, white or black, Chinese, whatever, and stop because they think about the consequences of their action? When have y'all ever seen that?
I've seen it all the time, sir.
Oh, now you simping for Kai. We're not talking about the
Well,
white women.
no. Well, we know you only deal with women that don't hold accountability. So that's you deal with women who don't show accountability.
Sir,
we don't deal with women like that.
Who the fuck is we, sir? You supposed to be on vacation right now with your wife. You up there driving.
No, I didn't say I was on vacation this week. I said that's gonna be in August.
Well, I don't even know why you're here now, sir. Did we invite you up here?
Because I'm driving.
Bitch,
I need to pass the time away.
Did you send a donation?
Did you send me a donation to my anniversary gift?
Yes, I did. So you didn't get it?
No, I ain't get it yet.
It must be in Mississippi. Go ahead, drive a little further down the road. You'll get it. It's in Mississippi. It's down the road from where you at right now. Drive a little bit down the road. You see it.
I think you sent to that lot lizard. That's what you sent it to.
That's a fact. But
That's
listen,
probably true.
Think about it. She got to be. Listen, all right. I'm not gonna say women all over the world because y'all simple. Let's say these ghetto chicks. When do ghetto women ever think about their actions after during the time when they're doing something?
None of them do, sir.
Yeah. So I picked up a brick and I put it down because I thought about the kids. Yeah, you put it down after it went through his windshield. That's when you put it down.
If this prosecutor doesn't fucking say something about that, then she's gonna look. She's gonna make herself look like a liar.
The woman,
one of them is lying. Either the chick before or she is lying. That says she didn't punch the motherfucker in the face one time.
The actual physical contact with him, though.
I think I shut his door.
Okay. And at any point, did you stick any of your hands into his vehicle?
Get the fuck.
Okay. Okay. And the brick, when you had it in your hand, did you act like you were going to throw it at him, or what were you doing with the brick?
And I sat there and I thought about it. I just had it in my hand and I threw it down. And I started walking back towards my porch.
You a lying.
And I heard like the little car a little bit, but then I turned around like, what are you doing? And then just hit me at first.
Okay. So when you said you heard the car, what do you mean by that?
Like you know, if the car is parked and you hear it like about the, I don't like it wasn't like no brum, brum, but it was like you can hear him coming like.
Okay. And when you heard him coming, what way were you facing? Towards the car or away from the car?
And when I heard that, I turned around. So when he hit me, I was face forward with the car, like this is me in the car.
Okay. And where were you when you got hit by the vehicle? Okay. And were you in front of the porch, in front of the home? Where were you?
In a car.
In front of the porch, because I ended up slamming against the porch.
Okay. And about how far were you from the porch?
Okay, that's how she got that limp. Yeah, that teach you start punching the motherfucker in the face.
Porch when you heard him and you turned around.
I don't measure.
Okay, can you just guess? So was it from this podium to where you're sitting or?
Yeah, no, like like the car, I don't know, like no, the porch is here, I get it, yeah.
Okay.
Here, and I'm like.
Okay, and that's when you turned around because you heard the vehicle. Okay, and then you just testified that you ended up going into the porch? Okay, and so did you just fall on the porch or, okay, so, well, I'm asking you to explain because the judge doesn't know what happened.
Okay, once he hit me, he hit me. Instead of he hit me because he wasn't all the way connected. So this is me and this is the car. And so he hit me and then he smashed me against the porch.
Okay, and so when you went into the porch, did part of the porch?
She went into the porch.
Okay, and when he was
come over
revving
here.
his car up and you turned around and you looked at that vehicle, what were you feeling in that moment?
Pain.
My leg getting crushed.
So the hit itself really didn't hurt as much as people probably would think, but once he smashed me, that's what was like almost like I thought I was dying.
Okay, and you thought when you said you thought you were dying.
When I dropped down, I tried to crawl away because I thought he might run me over.
I have a question, right? Do y'all think that this other white lawyer is gonna explain this bitch said she didn't hit him?
Yeah.
Because one of them is lying. Either your friend is lying and he just called her a snitch for no reason, or this chick is lying who said she didn't ever hit the dude. And either way, look, she assaulted him first, so you can't complain about the way a motherfucker reacts to what you just did. But he didn't put his hand on you.
Yeah, but he hit her with a car.
So?
This dude is crazy.
I think he'll get off.
I think the guy gonna be in the wrong because he was the aggressor. He started everything.
No. She walked up to, so he went back to his car. She grabbed a brick. He still was in the car talking shit to her probably. Bitch walks up to him, punches him. Well, I'm sorry. She throws the brick down, looks at him and walks away. And then he hits her with the car.
He was going to the car to get a gun though.
No, he wasn't.
You don't know that.
He was already in the car.
Always caping for these black holes, John the Baptist. You get on my nerves.
What? I can't hear my phone. What would you say?
Again, in that situation, she's still the aggressor because she punched him in his face one time.
Two
times. And she thought
he
about
was the
it.
aggressor. He was the aggressor because he beat the first girl up.
Yo, fuck that other girl. That was diffused when he went back to his car.
He went back to his car to get a gun to finish the
I
job.
knew you was about to do that. I
Oh
knew you
my
was about to
God.
say that something.
The fuck out of here.
That's what. Hold on. That's what the police say every time. Do not go back to your car.
So you want him to stay up there and beat their ass?
You don't go back. You don't let anybody get back to their car.
Okay.
They
so
might pull out a gun and
how-
start shooting.
How do you expect the situation to be diffused? Because eventually he's gonna have to walk back to his car.
Hey, that's his chance. You go back to the car.
Okay, you go back to the car. You go to jail, even though you're getting punched in the face.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Just keep on going.
What no devil's advocate there because that shit sounded nonsensical.
I mean, you got we talking about ghetto people, and they got to make sense. That's what they were thinking.
Everybody that's around
That's
me, like,
a
my
fact.
soul feel like it's leaving my
I'm playing
body,
devil's advocate for them, their point of view.
Okay. And do you know if pictures were
She
taken
thought
of
she was
you
gonna
that
die.
day? Okay. And showing defense counsel people's proposed exhibits 1 and 2. May I approach, Your
one
Honor?
cares. No one cares. She brought that on herself.
Further enters, if I could just,
Not moving to enter them yet.
I know, Kate was asking before we get there.
Okay.
You're about to though?
Well, I would like to lay a foundation.
All right, lay the foundation.
Let you do what you're gonna do. Let's go.
Okay. Can you please look at people's proposed exhibit 1 and tell me what that's a photo of?
His dick.
My left leg.
Okay. And do you know what day that photo is from?
April 28th, 2022.
And did your leg look like that before you were hit by a vehicle? Okay. And is
I
that a
think so.
fair and accurate depiction of how your leg looked after you were hit by the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. The people would move to admit people's proposed exhibit 1.
Hold on. Any objection or voir dire?
Voir dire, Your Honor.
Yes. What are you saying?
Could I perhaps get the photos from the,
Well, 1. I haven't moved to admit the second one.
okay.
Mr. Allen, you take the photo.
She got a
Give
bad
that
head.
to Mr. Bernstein.
Just the first one.
Just the first photo.
I have no voir dire on that, Your Honor. I have no objection to that coming in.
Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Can you look at people's proposed exhibit 2, please? And what is that a photo of? Okay. And do you know when that photo was taken?
April 28th, 2022.
And is that how your leg looked before you were hit by a vehicle? And is that how your leg looked after?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fair and accurate depiction of how your leg looked after you were hit by the vehicle on April 28th.
No.
The people will move to admit people's proposed exhibit 2.
Any objection or voir dire?
Voir dire, I just want to look at it one more
I
time.
can't see the picture. How bad does the lady look?
I know,
They're
right?
showing us.
Too many people talked at one time.
They're not showing us.
Oh, they didn't show y'all. Okay, all right.
Just for the record, the people did show defense this before we started this exam. Asking
That's fine.
if you
Did you have voir dire or no?
No voir dire, no objection, Your Honor.
Exhibit 2 is admitted.
And after those photos were taken, what happened to you?
I believe I started kind of like 10 minutes passing out. I just remembered. I remember going into the ambulance, but not how I got in there. And then I woke up and all.
Okay. And at any point, did you give the defendant permission to touch you in any way with himself or with his vehicle? Okay. No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Jesus Christ,
Your Honor, I would just ask that the photos be published to the court.
Yes, I begged him to run my leg over.
Stupid.
I guess she got to ask the question though.
Go ahead, Mr. Bernstein.
I want to start at the point in time when you come outside. How long after you come outside do you pick up the brick?
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes later, 2 minutes, just around the corner that first. So we get off for a minute and then I got down. He's on the car and back there. He was still sitting there, so about 2-3 minutes maybe.
And what was your plan when you picked up the brick?
Throw it.
Defend
That
myself.
was car.
And so what are you saying as you pick up the brick?
Get the fuck on.
Okay. And after you said get the fuck on, what did you continue to do after this? After you get to that point?
I will say I like it when white men grab their balls and cuss in court because it gives them a sense of, authority over words.
Well, the thing is, you got to say the words the person said.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
People mess up like that all the time. Cases get thrown out because when you be like, did she say the F word? And you can lie and say, no, she did not. And cases get thrown out all the time because lawyers are scared to do their damn job.
Yeah. And that's why I said I like it when they just be able to say what the fuck actually was said. Don't lie and say the F word because the F word could be any goddamn thing. The N word could be any goddamn thing. So you gotta say, nigga, please. Yeah. Yeah, that should be so fucking funny when they just stand there and be like, is he gonna say, oh, this nigga just said that shit. Are they allowed to?
So how
Would
did you
that be
feel? How did
racist
you?
though?
No.
No. Okay. I'll just so in court proceedings they get a pass.
So what if he said? What if he said, "Nigga"? How did you feel when he said, "Nigga, please"?
I'm telling you, in court system they get a pass. That's crazy. In court, it's okay to be racist. I get it. I see how you is.
I'm just telling you, you got to say exactly what the person said.
Okay, all right. They got to do air quotes too.
You could if you want to be more dramatic.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got a question for you. Everything that goes in the police report. No, I was talking to L.A. Everything that goes in the police report, can it be challenged in court? Is it like an official document, right? It's an official document, right?
It can be challenged, yeah, but it usually is challenged by the people who want to call the person who made the report a liar. So usually don't challenge it from the cops aspect because all we doing is just taking words from one person.
A subsummation of it.
Yeah.
So what if you put something? What if you put something down on? If you put something on the police report that's actually wrong, unintentionally though? Like I'm not saying intentionally, but unintentionally.
Then the case will get thrown out because it's fruit with a poisonous tree.
Okay.
I mean, cops. Now, I will say this. So, say you have an arrest and you are the complainant as a cop. Now, cops do write reports up and lie in those reports. Then you get held. Then they find out it's a lie. The case will get thrown out, and you can possibly go to jail for falsifying statements. So that does happen.
Okay, it doesn't happen a lot, but we know how it is. Okay.
No,
it happens.
No, I did that kind of like I've had several tickets over the years. I probably should say that. No, I let it go. I won't even say that out loud. But I've actually challenged a lot of things like they got them dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
Not hard to do.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep going on.
Through the breakdown, I think I kicked his door shut after that. And back there.
So he kicked his door
shut. And then I walked away.
Yeah,
and then my back was turned, and then I heard the car or whatever. I turned around to see what he was doing, and he sped up.
So when you pick up the brick initially, if I could just bring you back there, you pick up the brick initially, you walk towards his car?
Yes, I was gonna brick it.
And when you say brick it, do you mean?
I was gonna throw the brick at his car, but I didn't. I threw the brick down.
When you were walking to his car, how were you holding the brick?
It was like a 5 pound, I don't know, it was a real heavy brick, so it really took 2 hands, but I was real mad, so I had to
lie,
put it with
bitch.
my hand, but my hand was
the
down,
lies.
so I threw the brick down.
Okay.
I can believe that
yelling
though.
at him during this time?
I can believe it could be one of.
Were you yelling at him?
No, think about the brick that sometimes when you live in the hood. No. Think about when you're in the hood.
That was a red brick, nigga. Stop playing.
Did they say red brick? Did they say red brick?
Listen, she said it was a heavy brick. I had to hold it with 2 hands. The fuck out of here. Even the female the first time didn't even swear to that bullshit ass testimony.
She did. You're right, she didn't.
So listen, I'm saying this attorney is shitty. This attorney is shitty because the inconsistency between both of them is astonishing.
Well, let's see where he go with it because he's asking her direct questions, and if he asking her direct questions and she lying on him, then he can catch her up with it. So give him a chance. He might know what he's doing. He might.
I have no faith. You have faith in him?
I honestly don't know. I didn't see the first part, so I didn't see the other girl's testimony.
All right.
But yelling is loud.
Okay. So you're being loud as you were yelling?
What? Yelling is yelling.
How
you can't yell quietly. Yelling is yelling. Okay. Yes, loud.
Like the way you are now or louder?
Louder, probably.
Okay, so you're louder than you were now. What other things are you yelling at him while you're walking towards him?
Okay. That was a petty ass statement.
And
do you guys know it's a theme?
I did that. we could fight, like, if you ready to fight instead, like, you
Okay.
know, leave.
So when you're walking towards him, you offered to fight?
No, I called my mom, and I said, we gonna beat this nigga ass.
Okay. When did you call your mom and say that?
While I had the brick in my hand, and once I put the brick
So
down,
you
I called
threatened.
my mom's on the phone yelling, she's on her way, she's
She
on her
just-
way. I'm like, Mom, pull up, we're gonna beat this nigga ass, you know, let's leave my kids in here. So,
She just
yeah, but I
testified
didn't.
that she
wow,
needed two
look at
hands
the
for the
nigga
brick.
shit, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead. Go ahead.
She just testified that she needed two hands for the brick, but now she's got the brick in one hand and on the phone in the other.
See what I'm saying?
But
No, but she did say, hold on, she did say you need two hands to carry the brick, but I was angry, so I had the superhuman strength.
She didn't say that shit.
No, she did say
that. She said that.
She did say that.
the superhuman part I put in, but she did say I was angry, so I was holding it with one hand. She did say that. But I want someone to notice a pattern.
I haven't
here.
seen it since. That's why I asked you the other day for it.
Does anyone notice the pattern that of all these court cases, even a Travis Scott court case, and even a YMN Melly court case, anyone notice that the Black Queen is able to be spicy continuously and no one says anything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course.
Spicy.
Just all a part of life.
Nobody.
Only
else,
the female black judges check them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
Nobody.
fact.
No one else gets to do that. Not the white man, not the black man, not the white woman. Nobody else gets away with being spicy like that.
Why is that, Black Thoughts?
I actually
Because the
don't
black
know.
women are the most unprotected in the world. Duh.
You know what? I'll go with that. I don't know why she gets. Well, listen. According to Shahrazad Ali, everyone else has been examined, but the black woman.
That's
So
a
maybe,
fact.
so maybe that's why she gets to get away with that. I really don't know.
I actually brought
Keisha
that book. I'm
immunity.
gonna start. I actually brought that book. I'm gonna start reading it.
Why don't you read it right now while you're driving?
Shut up.
Yo,
You ain't funny.
Yo, you two are deeply in love, I think.
That's what I think. Look at him.
Or when you were having that conversation.
Probably like this close.
Just jealous. That's all.
The door.
Look at
Can't have
God.
my life.
He was
Look at you,
inside
God.
the drive in the
Can't hear
seat.
you.
But he's in the car. The door is open. This is the door, and this is me. And me, I'm yelling past the door.
Close enough for him to hear you, right?
Hear me from a mile away if I was yelling, like I said.
That's a fact, bitch.
And his door was open as you're walking towards him?
Yes.
And as you're walking towards him, he doesn't get out of the car?
Just sitting there, looking dumb.
He's just sitting there looking down?
Dumb.
Dumb?
Oh,
Okay. And so you eventually kick his car?
Flipped it on him.
I keep the door shut and told him to leave
He's
again.
setting her up.
How
He
did
gonna
you
get
kick
off.
his door shut?
How did I kick it shut?
Describe it to me.
Kick it shut.
Okay. Like going like this or behind or what? You remember?
I kicked the door shut.
Okay.
This hoe.
And did you ever, you didn't touch him? You never reached into the car? How,
She got to start saying, "I fear for
when
my life," so I
you
kick the door shut. She's not saying
kicked
enough
his
words
door
to defend
shut,
herself.
how far away was Raven from you? Could she see what you were doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was 5 feet away, but she couldn't see the fear in my eyes.
At the time that you kicked the door, you no longer had the brick in your hand?
No.
You had thrown it down? How close to the car did you throw it? Okay. How long after you kicked the door shut had you called your mom and said that you were gonna beat his ass?
I probably was on the phone with her during that.
Okay, so like right up to the point where you get to the car.
Ghetto
Um,
bitch.
So after you kick his door shut, you said that you started walking a different direction?
Walking back towards my porch.
Okay. How far away was your porch?
From me to you,
Okay.
maybe a little farther back, maybe from him to me.
20 feet?
My porch, this is his car, this is my porch.
Okay. So from the table where me and the defendant are sitting to where you're sitting right now on the witness stand. Okay. And you said that you felt the car make contact with you.
I didn't feel the car moving. I heard the car starting up and going. But at first it seemed like it might have been in park and then he took it out of park and drove. Cause it was fast, the way it happened was fast. It didn't seem like it was just fast.
You said earlier when the prosecutor was asking you questions that when the car hit you, it didn't hurt as much as people think.
Yeah, like, so the car impact, when he first hit me, it didn't hurt at first. So I was still on the phone with my mom. I'm like, oh, you hit me?
Damn, but yo, you might be right. This bitch keeping a phone on her hand during the whole incident.
But then he smashed me against the porch and backed up and sat there while I crawled away.
So you still think she was in the right there?
I never thought she was in the right. I was just playing devil's advocate.
No, look at you changing up.
Okay.
No, I never thought she was right. I was just saying I felt like he was aggressor the whole time though. Well, at
he
the
was
beginning,
aggressive while he was sitting in the car.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like he was aggressor when he first got there. I'm not
I agree
sure.
with you on that one. He was.
I'm not sure at what
He was
point.
the aggressor with the other witness.
Female. Correct.
Yeah,
With the other
I'll give you
female.
that. She
My only
came
problem-
out the house aggressive because he was in it. She didn't like the nigga. So she thought she had to stick up for her.
Was he
That's
hitting
why
it?
the bitch walking with a limp now.
Was he hitting it? He probably was knocking her off before.
Oh no, he didn't like. She didn't like him. So she says. Well, so the
But
first witness says.
But when they don't like each other, there normally is some tension right there though.
Yeah, somebody
Well,
hit something.
you never liked a female that your friends were with? I mean, your girlfriend or someone was with?
In that scenario, it's normally tension there when you don't like each other
I
like
can't
that.
stand it.
But usually, hold on.
No, I meant sexual tension. But go ahead.
Well, hold on. All right, I'm gonna disagree with y'all. When men don't like his wife girlfriends, it's usually because we can't stand them bitches. It's not sexual tension. But usually,
No, I'm talking about the female.
Yeah, well, so
But go
when a
ahead.
female go that far with it, it's usually something with it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say. Female,
Yeah,
from the female
yeah.
perspective.
He
I was
may
talking
have
about
just
from the
didn't like
female.
the bitch.
Yeah.
No, he probably couldn't stand her because you can tell she got a bad attitude. And I do gotta agree with Black Thoughts on this. Like the way she talking, I can't believe the judge even letting that slide.
Yeah,
Because calling the defendant dumb,
laughing and shit.
calling the defendant dumb and all that, like, come on,
Not
man.
necessary.
Yeah, it's
But
unnecessary.
but as you said, she has to say exactly what was said.
No. The part where she was like, he was just sitting there looking dumb. That's not what he's. That's come on.
Well, that's
yeah. You picking at
an
that point.
antiquated statement, right?
Yeah, you can't do that because if
Well.
he just get up and you can, and honestly, you can see why he might have did what he did. I'm not saying it was right, but
It was absolutely right because someone's wrong in the situation. First off, she kicked his car, and that's an extension of him.
Yeah, but this the funny
or
part.
she punched him in the face, which is still an extension of his face.
Just think about it. Like if y'all the judge or on this jury, right? And the more this lawyer letting her talk, and the way she's acting now, would you convict this dude?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So he's doing a good job just letting her dig her own grave by saying all this dumb shit.
And I think that's why the judge is laughing. Because she's like, bitch, you stupid.
Do you know how you know that she's a problem? I'm gonna point it out to you guys.
Those fucking fingernails, the skull cap.
Thank
the
you.
motherfucking
Without her
white shit.
even talking, them fingernails say, listen, when you see a woman with those fingernails, I don't care.
Wearing all black. I mean, she going to court like she a goddamn
Y'all
martyr.
Y'all just hate feminine women. Y'all just hate
nationality.
feminine women.
I don't care what nationality she is. When she got them claws on,
yeah,
that bitch is a nightmare.
Y'all just hate y'all just hate feminine women. That's all it is.
John the Baptist, I hate you so much, sir.
All right, let's get going.
Just cause she got on claws don't mean
what
she's a trouble.
Was when you made contact with the porch.
when he smashed me against the porch, not made contact, smashed me against the porch.
Nigga, did you hear me? You smashed me, nigga.
Yeah,
That's what you
well,
wanted to
nobody
say.
was supposed to be hit by a car, period.
I get it. I get it. We're just trying to figure out what happened here, okay? I'm trying to figure out, so you said that you cut your legs when you hit into the porch, right?
I don't know when my legs cut. I was already out. When I crawled to the ground, I didn't even know my legs was left open until I seen some white meat on my right leg, but I didn't know what my left leg was like until I woke up.
So you do you know where the car made contact with you?
Or my body?
I don't know. I thought I got smashed here. So my legs ended up bust open.
Okay, but I guess you don't know where the car made contact with you?
Yeah, my stomach. That's what it felt like right here, or right here, my stomach area. That's where the car felt like it hit me. But once he smashed me again, that's where my calf bust open.
And the cuts were on your calves?
A calf? You said a calf busted open?
I have no more questions. Thank you.
Oh no!
You didn't redirect Ms. Kirby. All right.
You would think she would
Thank
learn
you.
to
You
be
may step
humble after fucking getting ran over twice, after getting smashed twice. You
Well,
would
why
think
would-
she would learn to be humble.
But why would she? If she got away with, go ahead, Atticus.
I think that's why that lawyer's asking so many jackassy questions, though, is he's trying to get her heated up so you can see the real her behind the bench.
Call your next witness.
And why she walking straight now? You
All
can
right.
see how. Hold on, let
Any
me
witnesses?
pause it real quick. I'm gonna show you how this bitch is faking like a motherfucker.
But I don't. But Atticus, I don't think he asked jackassy questions. I think he asked her direct questions so she can. Well, I mean, you're right about showing her her true self. So, because if you notice the questions he was asking, they was basically straightforward, and she was digging her own grave. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Look at the way this bitch walks. This is how you know she was faking when she was walking. Hold on. This look. You can tell when a motherfucker's trying to literally trying to concentrate on fucking walking fucked up.
Do she got a cane?
Call your next
Yes.
witness.
The people have no further witnesses, Your Honor.
All right.
I
Any
have no
witnesses?
witnesses, Your Honor. The other witness can be excused.
All right. Very good.
Get that stupid bitch out of here. All right, go ahead.
So what did they find her? Did they find her guilty?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how I'm good. Well, she's not on court. She's not.
The
She's not on
dude,
trial.
The guy, they find him guilty.
Oh, I don't know yet. We don't know. This is a preliminary. This is a preliminary.
Yes, Your Honor, the people would ask the court to bind over on counts 1, counts 2, and counts 3. I believe that people have shown for a probable cause standard that this is a question for the trier of fact. We had Ms. Hinton testify that she shares a child in common with the defendant and that she went to the vehicle after he came to her friend's home. She was punched in the face, her hair was pulled, and then she tried to retreat, got out of the vehicle, went onto the porch, and then tried to drag her and was also hitting her at that time. And then we also had Ms. Redding testify that she went out after hearing her friend banging on the door asking for help, stating that her friend said that he was going to kill her. And that she went out, she had a brick at one point, but then dropped it. And as she was walking away, going back towards her home, she heard the revving of an
Why you
engine.
leave all the other shit out
She
there,
turned
bitch?
around to see what it was, and he drove the car forward towards her, hitting her, and then driving it further forward, hitting her and smashing her into the porch, which caused her legs to burst open, as the People's Exhibits 1 and 2 show photos of. She also testified that while when the car initially hit her, she didn't know that it was going to be as bad as it was. And then when it smashed her into the porch, she felt like her soul was leaving her body and she was in fear for her life, and she thought that she was actually dying. And she began to faint as she was crawling away. The people would ask the court to bind over on counts 1 through 3. Thank you.
Response.
Hey, LA. If he comes there and starts everything, isn't he responsible for everything that happens after that though?
What you mean start everything?
Okay, he was the initial aggressor.
Yeah, but I always say just the victim can turn into the aggressor at the blink of an eye. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything that he's responsible for everything. I mean, what if I come to your house?
John the Baptist hearsay.
Yeah, what if I come to your house to pick up my child and not your wife, to your baby mom house, ain't that turn, to pick up a child, and we get into an argument, and I start, getting a little loud, and then I could be considered the aggressor because maybe I wasn't invited. And what if her boyfriend come out and shoot me in my fucking stomach or my face? You get what I'm saying? So it can easily turn into a predicament where. So this case right here, if he came over there, I don't know the reason why he came over there. I didn't see the beginning of it. What was the reason why he came over there? Just to knock the chick off?
Bitch ass. That's pretty much what we got.
Just to beat the girlfriend up or her up?
The girlfriend. Because he didn't hit her. He didn't hit her until she punched him in the face and kicked his door shut.
And so he started. So did he go on the porch and drag her off?
Nah, not her. The other chick. He was fighting with the other chick, his girlfriend, on the porch.
Yes. So
she goes in the house. That chick came outside. Her name is Harmony. Comes outside and started telling me, nigga, I don't want you over here. Why the fuck you over here? Why the fuck you touching this bitch? Huh? Why you leave this bitch alone? Get in your fucking car. Go, bitch. We gonna beat this nigga ass.
Yeah, see, I can't continue to call him the aggressor at that point because she agitating the situation.
But he got in his car, right? And he was just sitting there.
And she threw a brick at his car.
She grabbed a bit. She grabbed a brick and said she was gonna brick it. And then she decided not to and threw the brick down, punched a nigga in his face, walked away, kicked the door. That's my interpretation of it.
I wouldn't advise none of that because I do think she was wrong for doing all that, but I just think none of this happens if he never comes over. That's how I was looking at it.
Oh my God. I'm not saying she's right for hitting him or kicking him. I'm not saying none of that. I think she does turn into aggressive, but I'm thinking like none of this starts if he never comes over. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's all I was looking at.
But that's a lot of circumstances though. I mean, that's just not the world. Yeah, that's just not the way the world works. If everybody just stay home and do what they're supposed to do, we wouldn't have these problems. But that's just not the way things work, man.
And like Constantly just said, it's not illegal for him to visit the house. That's true.
Well, no, I don't think it was illegal to come visit the house, but I think when the first time they get into the first fight, him and the girlfriend, they get into the fight.
But he didn't hit the original girl with the car. He hit the other bitch with the car.
Yeah, I mean, if he left, so if she hit him, John the Baptist, so he got in. Uncle Thompson, you say he got in his car and left, right?
He got in his car. He never did leave.
And he didn't shut his door. He was just sitting there in his car. He didn't leave after being told to leave. I got it. But she walked him to his car with a brick in his hand. So he gets in his car and she's like she said, she's on the phone with her mama and said, we're going to beat this nigga ass. He ain't leaving fast enough for me. And then she punched this nigga in his face and then turned around and walked away. And that nigga revved up the car and hit that bitch.
So if somebody at your house and you want them to leave,
and
you punch them because you see they ain't leaving fast enough, who you think is in the wrong? After you told them to leave your house,
she is. You got to give him enough time to get in his car and leave, not follow him to his car, threatening him the entire time with a brick.
Yeah, that's true.
And then he had to be able to shut his door. But if she's walking him to the car, he could have hit her with the door, and then she would have said some shit off of that. But she walked him to his car with a brick, throw the brick down, punch the nigga in the face, turn around and walk away, and he hit her with the car. It's fair square to me.
So I have invited people to my house. I have invited people to my house and uninvited people to my house, right? Like you do something that I don't like while you're there. I would ask you to leave. I would ask you to leave. And I will walk you to the door and make sure you leave my property. So that's where, but I think where she goes wrong at, she hits him first.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I see wrong with that. What she did, her telling him to leave. I don't want you on my property. Saying it vindictive. All that is irrelevant to me.
No, but that was she did everything right there. The problem she had is she punched him in his face. Even her witness said that shit. So for her to leave that obsolete in her story, and even the fucking ADA do that shit to leave it fucking leave that absent in her testimony, is absolutely wrong. When you had your own witness testify that she punched him in the face.
I will say this: he did not help himself by calling her a snitch. I don't know where the fuck that came from.
That's neither here nor there. She actually helped this fucking case out.
Yeah, but what made him call her a snitch? There got to be something that happened there.
Because he was trying to say he never hit her with the car.
So hold on. What once she punched him, she introduced the dynamic of violence.
Yeah.
And so
With
any
with him
further
and her. With him and her,
so
yes.
right. And so any further violence that ensued is because of her.
Yeah. I mean, I do see that. I don't disagree with that at all. I do see that.
Right. So she
That's
can't
what.
punch him in the face and then tell him and that's the problem. People want to punch you in the face and then tell you how
You
to
how to
react.
react. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
that. If I
Not
feel
only
like I
that, she
want to
kicked his
run you
car door
over,
too. And you know damn well you don't. One thing you don't do is hit a
Nothing
nigga
like a
car.
car.
Yeah. Now, once I tell you leave my property, this the only thing I would say that he kind of. I don't know if he did this. I don't know why he did this, but when she tells him to leave the property, he gets in the car and she says she sat there for a little bit. Now, if that part is true, why did he sit there? Is he trying to antagonize her or what? I mean, that's the only thing I'm trying to see at that point.
What's a little bit though? Like how do you
I don't.
determine if
That
it's long enough for a
you
person to get out?
correct. Yeah.
If there
But
was
you
a
can't prove
video
that.
capture that's like a Ring doorbell or something, that would be a lot. This could be an open and
John the
shut case.
Baptist. John the
You're right.
Baptist, is
Yeah.
your wife driving with you on this trip? Because you simping like a motherfucker right now.
No, I'm only asking because I'm asking for legal purposes right now. I'm asking for legal purposes because I know I've been in
somebody with a car, nigga.
I've been in situations. I've been in situations where I had people tell people leave my house, and I actually escort them out of my house and out of my property.
No, that's fine.
And if
As
they
long
So
as
hit
you
I'm
you,
only
John, but John, if you tell them to leave and they go outside and they hit you, it's fair game.
But that do bring up a good question, folks, fellas. When you ask somebody to leave your house, what is too long for a person to sit there after you told them to leave, or what's
that's
long
what I'm at.
enough?
That's what I'm
Well,
That
asking
brings
why
up
you.
an interesting question.
in that case, you allow the police officers to come do that.
But you got a right to protect your own property.
Yeah, but you can protect it without motherfucking putting your hands on it. I can sit there and back away from my fucking shit. Hey, that's what is it? What is it? What is it called? Trespass after warning.
Yeah,
Sure.
but
I call the police. The police on the way. I can sit there and have my pistol drawn on because you can have your gun out on your own property. You can
But here's
display you can do whatever you want to on your own property. Just you ain't got to put your hands on them. You can just protect. You're protecting yourself by keeping yourself from causing any further incidents. You already called the police. Allow the police to do their job.
So she asked him to leave, right? And he sat on the property too long for her liking. Let's be real.
But it sounded like she didn't even give him a time because she walked him to the car and then punched him when he got in the car, right?
But hold on, but let's just say this: she asked him to leave, right? And she should have went in her house and locked the door and been done with it, right?
No. Okay, so that's what I'm asking. Because that's why.
No.
This is what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying no, right? Because if it was me, and if it's somebody I don't want on my property, I'm probably gonna walk you to your car for real. Watch you get in and get out. And I might not walk. I might be standing beside you, but I'll be standing in my driveway watching you leave.
Granted.
Once again, though.
Right.
So now, the question that LA brought up is the right question. I think.
Yeah,
how long is too long?
Too long.
Because I don't think you could. I don't know how you measure that without being illegal. I don't know how that would work.
How long is too long is something. If they're still there by the time the cops are there, we already know they stayed after warning. You gave them warning that you wanted them to leave. Let the cops. In that case, that's when you allow the cops to do their fucking job.
Okay,
And that's what
Go ahead, Black Threads. No, go ahead. I'll let you go.
What Uncle Tom is saying is correct. I asked you to leave. Now I go in, shut my door, and call the police. If you're still there by the time the cops arrive, you've been there too long. She didn't do any of that. She didn't do any of that.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not asking for her. I'm asking for me.
I'm telling you, for you.
You have to go inside.
Your job.
So,
Your
John,
job is
you
to
gotta
get on the
call the
motherfucking
police.
phone and call the
Go ahead.
police. That's just the next thing to do, because you already gave him warning that you want him to leave, and then after that, it's a what is it? Felony trespass after warning.
Yeah, but all right. So Mayo, right? Mayo, you still here, Mayo? All right, Mayo. So you live in a rural area, and you got somebody over, and you know it's going to take the cops a while to get there in your rural area. How long is too long for you for that person not to leave your property?
I can't hear Mayo.
Yeah, your mic is muted.
I can't hear me.
He ever? Oh
Yeah,
man,
your
well,
mic
he's
messed up,
driving
man.
something.
He sound like John the Baptist.
But that's the thing. Like, you got to get on the phone and call the police.
But what if you live in a rural area where you don't have
I
a lot
live
of
in a
cops?
rural area. The motherfucking
Okay.
the sheriffs are down the street.
No,
So let me tell
we're
you.
not talking about
Okay.
y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you live in a rural area,
Mhm.
right? You go in, to me, you go in your house, you close the door. As long as this person isn't attacking your home or something, you can wait until the police come. That's the thing. You can have your gun drawn, your bat ready, whatever your nunchucks, whatever you got. But when you walk out there and decide, all right, you've been here too long, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Whatever happens next is your fault. I don't think there's any
time limit.
Yeah, that you could say, well,
Time
he was
limit
here
is
too
usually the
long.
amount of time the cops get there. Because me as a person, my job is to protect everyone inside of my house, including the animals, right? So, by me protecting ourselves is keeping an eye on the situation from a safe distance. I've already did what I had to do. Call the cops. My wife will be on the phone with the cops while they're out there. Not in the meantime, in the between time, each one of us that is in this house will be strapped up to the 9.
Atticus, what you think,
Oh.
Atticus? How long is too long?
As long as it takes them to walk to their car.
So so if they don't leave right away, you gonna handle it yourself?
Most likely, or at least press the matter so that they want to leave.
I mean, it's not illegal to get on their goddamn nerves, is it?
Like
I'm gonna go out my way to get on your nerves.
But I mean,
Like-
in this
like,
situation,
Uncle
like,
Trump- oh, go
we
ahead.
don't know what was said. Sorry. We don't know what was said when she was on the phone with her mama or whatever. She could have been saying, like, tell all them boys, grab the straps, get your asses over here or whatever. So he didn't want to leave.
Well, you know what her first problem was? She was on the
Calling
phone with
the
her
mom.
mother and
Instead
not
of
the
the police.
police.
Yeah.
She should have been on the phone with the police. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Listen,
I agree with that one too. Should have been called the police.
you ask him to leave. He doesn't leave. Okay, no problem. He's still on the property. You go in your house. You crack your window. You put the barrel of the shotgun out, and you wait for the police to come. That's it.
No. Okay, so only part I disagree with that because Uncle Tom said it too. Only part I disagree with, I'm not going back in the house. I'm standing right there so I can watch you. So I don't want to get. I don't want to get. I don't want to.
The reason I say that is to keep yourself protected at any time. Because if you're not there on the scene with them there, you can keep your eye. You keep your eye on the motherfucker inside your house.
Yeah.
But you
Why
got
do you
to.
have to?
But
Why?
in order.
Why do you
But in
have-
order to. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. In
See,
order to
John
get
the
into the house,
Baptist
in
letting
order
the Chicago come out.
in order to get to the house, you got to turn your back on him.
No,
you don't know what he's doing. Okay, okay. I'm looking at the way my house set up. I'm looking at the way my house set up and where my driveway is. From my house
Who
to
the
my
fuck is
driveway,
in
and
a
the
tunnel?
closest, the closest window to my driveway, I'm losing sight of you.
Yeah, but as long as your door is locked.
You don't know how to walk backwards, nigga.
What I'm trying to tell you, even if I walk backwards, and I get into my house to get from the closest window to see my driveway from my house, the closest window to my driveway, I'm losing sight of you. That's what I'm
John
trying to
the
tell you.
Baptist, you're being a little petty, sir.
Oh, I most
Stop.
definitely am. I'm not even dispute this. I'm not dispute this. You don't know me. You don't know me. Once I I know me. That's why I'm asking these questions
Okay,
to LA.
so what I'm going to tell you is once you become you're sitting out there and he doesn't leave. Say he sits at the bottom of your fucking driveway, right? And you standing there looking stupid, right? Who's to say that he won't pop off rounds at you?
I mean,
he's already in his car.
That's why I asked y'all that question, right? Because that dude, I never thought about it. And that's why I'm glad we do these shows because they make you think. Like, how long is too long if you tell somebody to get out your shit? And because as a single man, a lot of times you got to kick these damn hoes out your house, right?
Okay.
And sometimes they don't want to leave. And you just got to think, like, how long is too long before I physically remove you from my house if the cops are taking forever to get there? Like, I'm not going to just sit there and do this with you all night.
No, it's a fact. In fact, that's why you say you're a white man
all night.
in a white neighborhood.
Come on, we gotta stop acting like the cops is gonna take 45 minutes to an
They do.
hour.
I'm here to tell you they do, Black Thoughts. You know what I do. Sometimes because I'm not saying back in the day. I'm talking about now in 2023, where it's half of the police department is gone because cops quit or got fired. So it does take that long sometimes. I mean, we got jobs sitting on the board for 2 hours. So it's a reality at this point. Like you got to defend yourself sometimes. And that's why I'm a big person of the 2A. Because you got to these days because people have depleted their resources with the police department because they assholes. But it is what it is now. So a lot of times you got to take things into your own hands. So that begs the question is how long is too long? Because if I got this girl over here, and this happens a lot, and I tell her to leave because she was acting the fuck up, and she don't want to go. I mean, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. What if it's an hour and the cops don't get there? And what if it's 30 minutes and maybe she's starting doing more? She making John the Baptist said, what if she start making phone calls now?
Yeah, she gonna make phone calls.
No. She making phone calls to her brother and stuff.
I understand that.
So what do you do?
So in that same respect, I'm away from the situation. I'm in a so-called safe space. The only thing they can do is set my motherfucking house on fire to kick me out.
But what if she's in your house though? In your house physically?
Oh, in your house, I'm removing you. I'm removing you out of my house. That's for sure. You are in my intimate domicile. If I ask you to go, you're not going. Oh, you gonna move yourself.
Oh, that's a fact. If she's in the house,
you're being removed
in the house, and I ask you to leave a few times, and you can't do it on your own merit,
oh, you getting out.
Yeah, I'm dragging your ass out of there. Like, get the fuck out of here, right? Like, I'm dragging you out.
Well, let's be honest. How many times the women don't come out after you fucking tell them to get out?
A lot, sir.
Oh well, then y'all fucking with the wrong bitches then.
But but once again, you don't know. It's some crazy people.
Well, we know. I see. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, John the Baptist. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you don't know this person. What if somebody that you don't even know that well? And I know everybody, why you have her house, but that's just not reality. But it happens a lot.
You're right. I
it happens a lot. All right. What if it's a family member? What do you do then?
Listen, family. Listen, that don't mean shit to me.
Choked out too.
No. What I'm saying is, I get what y'all saying, but what I'm saying is, so what if this family member don't want to leave at that point? What do you do then? Like, how long is too long?
3 minutes is way too long. You got to go. Especially if you're inside my house, we're cool. If you're outside of my house acting stupid, the laws will be called. But you're not going to be in the intimate domicile where everyone is gathered, where you can affect harm on the actual being. The only time that will never happen. If I ask you to go, you going. But there's no right at that point in time. There's no time limit on that. When I say it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. And I'm not giving you any ample time to act a fool, do dumb shit, act stupid. When I say you gotta go, bitch, you gotta go. And I mean immediately. I don't give a fuck if it's a relative or not. If my mama was acting stupid too much, she gotta go. Look here, old lady, get your fucking ass up out of here. She gotta go. My dad the same way. I don't know.
Yeah, it just. I mean, that was a good question, man. Like, honestly, that got me thinking because I never thought about it like that. Like, how long is too long? To me,
it's different being on the interior of your house
versus
on your property.
Yeah, you're right. But the thing about it is, regardless if they're on the interior or the outskirts of it, if I'm paying for all this shit, if I'm cutting that grass, it's still mine. I pay, like, if I'm working hard for this, it's still mine. If I want you gone, I don't give a fuck if it's 2 feet off my property. Get them 2 feet away. You can stay on that sidewalk all you want. But if this is mine and I'm paying for it, and I work hard for this, and you don't want to leave it, hey, it ain't my problem.
And in that case, I agree with you on the sentiment, right? Because you always want someone to leave your property, but at that point in time, you do have to allow the authority to do so, because that's why they have a felony charge of trespass after warning. Yeah. You haven't left. So at that point in time, once you got them out the interior of the house or whatever, you got to go. Now, if they try to come back in, that's of course something different. They're putting themselves in a different predicament, and at that point in time, you are allowed to defend yourself or defend your home.
Let me tell you. So here's what Uncle Tom
And I may be
I-
wrong, but I mean that's how I view it.
Here's what Uncle Tom and I are telling John the Baptist and L.A. Wilkes. You gotta get rid of that Negro mentality.
What are you talking about, sir? I asked a simple
sir,
question. You sitting there, don't say Negro
sir.
mentality, sir. What are you doing?
Leave your Negro mentality, your street justice behind.
What's street justice?
Sir? All right, you call the police.
Call the police.
And you say you're fearing for your life, sir.
Just tell me you live in a white neighborhood. They'll move a little quicker.
Okay.
Now, when I ask a question to make people think you sick son of a bitch, I'm not doing that just because something I go through. I'm literally asking a question to make people think ass white. That's why I'm doing it.
You're being very violent right
now, you can say I am calling you names first because I am. I own it. Unlike you, who called me names first last time and lied to say you didn't. So yes, I am calling you names first.
Okay, right? And you call me names first.
Yes.
And so you can't tell me how to respond.
No, the funny thing is, sir, I expected you to respond this way. Just like little Big Nate when he lied to say he wasn't gonna go off. Just like that, when we all on that panel, when everybody on that panel and even in the audience knew he was lying. So yes.
All right, let's finish this. What we got? 3 minutes left. Let's see what they rule on the preliminary.
Really only going to trust the AWIM count, Your Honor.
All right, okay, that's fine. You're not objecting for purposes of preliminary examination to the requisite
I would have followed this
the
one.
2 other convictions on count 2, are you?
Well, I mean, I'd appreciate not binding them over, but I don't really have any argument on those, Your Honor. So I concede their questions of fact. So
okay, all right.
But I do want to address the most serious charge, Your Honor, and I know the court has the pictures in front of it, and they are nasty pictures. But as far as AWIM goes, I think, Your Honor, this is more of a severe assault to commit great bodily harm. We have a situation here where, Harmony does approach with a brick. She kicks his car. She's saying things about, you're going to get your ass beat and my mom's going to come and we're going to beat your ass. She's saying that he's just sitting there, in the car.
He left out the punching part too.
She didn't elaborate on what looking dumb means, but I think there's also a lack of exchange between her and Mr. Smith. There's no, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to do this or that. There's no argument. There doesn't seem to be any, there's no testimony that there was a pre-existing relationship or conflict. She's stepping in, I get it, to protect her friend, but she's approaching the car and doing these things, whereas Mr. Smith is just sitting there. Getting specific about the injuries, I know she theorized that the car hit her in the waist area, but that was not, really what she ultimately felt. It was in the calf region, and she said that it was where she made contact with the porch. I think there's obviously there's going to be enough to bind over where a great bodily harm. I'm not going to argue that, Your Honor, but there's just not enough there to say that his actions were trying to murder, Your Honor. I know that the injuries, they don't look nice on paper, but the injuries, I mean, if he were trying to, commit assault with intent to commit murder with the car, those injuries would have been a lot worse, frankly, and they wouldn't have been just below the knee, Your Honor. So I'm asking the court to not bind over an AWIM respectfully. Thank you.
Anything else? I don't really need it, but go ahead. All right. The court has heard the testimony in the case as to the disputed count. I think certainly from a factual standpoint, where there is an individual, Miss Redding, who is between basically solid structure and a place where vehicles typically don't travel, that being the lawn, and the defendant moves his vehicle certainly fast enough to cause the injuries that were caused, and as she put it, smashed her against a porch. I think that enough that what to do. It certainly is enough for the purposes of preliminary examination to find over to the fact finder to determine the defendant's intent. But I think he intended to kill her.
Wow.
I'll just be blunt about it. I don't think there's any other reason that he would do that.
Get the
So
fuck
the people,
out.
the
They're not
court
even.
has
So that's the problem. They're not even taking her action into account. That's
sustain
annoying.
their burden and would bind the defendant over on count 1 and 2 with count 3 following.
Wow.
You're asked the court to please enter a not guilty plea, waive any further reading of the information, ask for a circuit court pretrial date.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute or not guilty, pleading not guilty to the charges, counts 1, 2, and 3. Court will enter that plea. Pretrial will be set up, Judge.
What day?
Yeah, we can write it down so we can follow this one.
July 12th at 1:30.
Damn, that's right around the corner.
2023, 1:30 before Judge Conlon.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a strong ass statement that judge made when he was trying to kill her.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, was she wouldn't leave the house or something? What was the
Tom, break it down for him.
Yeah. Can I just say real quick before Uncle Tom break it down? That's why these broads are constantly arrogant and just continue to do what they want to do because there's no consequences.
Yeah.
It's just constantly everyone else is in the wrong. That's why.
Was they trying to save mama?
No. So what happened was he was over there fighting with his girlfriend, his baby mama or whatever. I don't think she's baby mama. She was over there fighting with his girlfriend. He went over there. She got in the car. I didn't tell you why he punched her in the face, but he punched her in the face. She got out the car talking shit. Why you hit me, you stupid piece of shit? Blah 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 blah. We're summarizing it. She goes on. He gets out the car, goes on the porch, beats her ass some more. She's banging on the door. Let me in, bitch. Let me in. This nigga over here can't cut my ass. Right. So her best friend, her friend opens the motherfucking door. Bitch, why you hitting this bitch? Well, let her in. She goes in the house. She's still out there arguing with him. The best friend still arguing with the dude. Well, yelling at the dude. She goes around the other friend goes around the house and watches from after he walks to the porch. Walks away from the porch, goes get in his car. The friend follows him with the brick, telling her to get off the property. He gets in his car. She punches him in the face and then kicks his car and walks off. He revs the engine and pins her ass between the house and the motherfucking porch. The end.
Damn.
So, but what that lawyer failed to do, and I don't know why he didn't do it, but he didn't speak on why the other female said she punched him in the face after she threw the brick down. That wasn't said on. And all they said was she kicked his car, which I think they both left out important information. So was he wrong for the first chick? Sure, he was fine. But the de-escalation had already began. He was in his car. He was walking away. He was doing whatever he had to do. Obviously, he's just not going to rev the engine and hit this bitch just because he's mad at her. No.
For nothing.
The bitch put her hands on him, and she got the right to decide how he reacted. Obviously, that's what the judge is saying. That's what the ADA is saying. That's what everyone's saying to the world is women have the right to decide how someone gives them their consequences.
No, sir. I don't think he's saying that. What I think he's saying is that he think he went. Now, Black Thoughts, don't jump on me for this one because I know you already gearing.
What you about to simp, nigga?
No, sir, I'm not, and I'm not saying I agree with this whatsoever. But what I am saying is, he's saying that he thinks the guy went overboard and how he reacted to what that girl did to him.
No one gives a fuck. She punched me in my face. She ain't got the right to decide what up with that.
I never said she did. All I'm saying is what the judge is saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
that's all.
But that's the problem.
That's 100% of the problem.
They're not giving no accountability to what she did at all. They're just looking at her wounds and her injuries because she decided to do something that she didn't want the consequences on.
Yeah, she should be facing some
Uncle
type of
Tom.
charges as well.
Uncle Tom, can I jump now?
Yeah, you can jump. Go ahead, jump.
Go ahead,
Fuck that
little
nigga.
big.
Man.
Go ahead, little big Nate. Go ahead,
I
little big Nate.
Go ahead, bro. I'm fucking with you. I ain't got
So
that.
so let's think about it like this, right? And let's hold this guy, I hate this word, accountable for a little bit. Should he have even put himself in that predicament?
Of course not.
No.
So these days, as men, if we know this shit ain't fair for us, right? Why do we constantly keep, not us on this panel, right? But why do these motherfuckers keep going and putting themselves in these dumb ass predicament with these hoes? Because let's be clear, this not the first time he dealt with this before with these chicks.
That's a fact.
Guarantee you.
That's
so
a
why
fact.
even do this shit? Like, why?
Because
like,
he already said, oh, well, the first witness already said he knew that she didn't want him over there. So they already had tips before. So yes, he put himself in a bad position to act ugly. And I mean, of course everything's gonna be thrown at him. Of course, he a woman beater for whatever reason he beat her ass. I mean, he beat her ass. But I mean, I think in the second part of the case, he could be found not guilty. The first case, hands down, he's absolutely 100% wrong. I will not say he's not.
So what was the actual charges they were trying to get him on?
I don't even fucking know. They didn't say what counts they were.
We actually gotta watch this case.
Yeah, I got it written down. I got it written down.
This is an interesting one, man, to see how they. And like I said, he didn't help himself when he called her a snitch. I don't know what that was about. Sometimes
that was
you
his
just gotta
baby mama or girlfriend or whatever.
Shut the hell up, man.
Yeah.
Single mothers have messed this world up, man, tremendously.
You know what? I remember Black Thought saying that at one point in time.
Yeah, he say it all the time.
That's why I always ask the question, man, where your pops at, man?
Well, I think what it did is brought these young boys or these young bulls into the way they're acting right now, because that was an emotional standpoint from the way he acted right there. First off, he couldn't control his emotions when he beat the first bitch's ass. Now, he did calm himself down and sit in the car, but at that point in time, he should have gotten in your car and drove away. I don't know the time difference between when she had the brick. I know she walked him to the car with the brick, and she was so superhumanly strong that she threw the brick down and said, "You know what? Fuck this brick. I'm going to punch this nigga in the face." Bang!
And you notice, y'all seen these new bricks. The new bricks, they don't weigh that much, man.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, they don't weigh that much, man.
Because they put concrete inside of the brick.
Yeah,
now.
So they don't even weigh anything. They don't weigh anything. So I was curious to see if she thought it was one of those new bricks or one of those old bricks from back in the day.
Well, it's Detroit, so it's an old brick.
You doing it one of them old bricks?
Yeah, I'm quite sure it is.
Yeah, because the new bricks, they crumble, but they're strong, but they crumble real easily. So,
and if you really think about it right now, they're not even using bricks anymore. They're using fucking foam.
Yeah. So I call bullshit on that, bro. But once again, he brought it on himself by even, like John the Baptist said, even putting himself in that predicament. Like, you chose to take your dumb ass over there and deal with these two ghetto ass hoes. Like, at some point, I don't know. Well, he said it was his child's mother, right?
No. No. It's not his child's mother. I don't know if she's a baby mom or not, because they didn't talk about having kids.
So he chose to go over there with a girl you have no ties to whatsoever besides the title. So you're a fucking idiot, man. You're an idiot.
That you didn't like to beat her ass.
Mm-hmm.
So it made no sense. It made no absolute sense at all.
Yeah, drag that nigga to the wolves. I don't give a fuck about him at this point. Well, I mean, come on, man. There's one of these terrorist niggas out here that's causing havoc, man. Like, I'm tired of this shit. He gotta go.
Yeah,
I ain't really. This is some ignorant shit. Like, this is some ignorant ghetto hood shit, and I'm trying to figure out why ain't none of these other motherfuckers going to jail either. I said they all need.
No, that's a fact, Beasley. They need to make a bigger sale and put all of them in that motherfucker, including the kids.
All of them. That's what I'm saying. Why?
Because the kids gonna grow up and be terrorists too.
Yeah, because I'm saying that's why I said, well, why not all of these motherfuckers facing some type of charge? Because they all was fighting each other. It wasn't just he was kicking her ass. No, they was all being a bunch of ignorant dumbasses. It's like, come on, man.
Atticus, they need to send him to that jail that John Claude Van Damme was in last. They need to send him to that class. That jail John Claude was in yesterday. That fixed them all up. Sandman, come out there and fuck everybody up. Yo, Beasley, you missed movie late last night, man. We had a double feature, man. You missed it.
I thought I missed it. I was like, damn, because I had fucking other shit to take care of. And
man, we watched the Goonies and the Sandman. That shit was crazy. We watched two movies, man. Both of them racist as hell, especially Jean Claude Van Damme movie.
But 80s, right? Okay, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
Who was writing movies and shit back then?
All right, so we're doing movie night again tonight. We will be doing it on Monday as well. We're gonna continue with it and just continue.
Oh, you want to do it Monday too?
Yeah, I do it on Monday too.
I gotta revise the list now, man.
Yeah, we can just move whoever's movie it is up when they call it a day. You ain't gotta revise the list. Keep the list going.
No. I'm saying with the rotation now. Because
Okay,
remember, I gotta add on Angel, and if Atticus want to add a movie on there, I throw him on there.
Yeah, I'll just roll with Big Trouble in Little China.
So you still want to stay with Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
By the way.
No, I'm starting to agree with the sentiment of locking the mothers up too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know who was actually punishing the mothers? And everybody got upset. I'm gonna say a name. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She was very mean to him, you know.
Yeah, but it's getting to the point where examples.
Well, the thing about what Kamala is, she fucking she fucking wanted the money. It's all about the money.
Fine. That's fine, but still, like it's getting to the point where examples have to be made.
That'll never happen in this day and age.
LaShawn, we got it on the list already.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to
it's like going to the principal's office when both motherfuckers got suspended for fighting. Not just one person, both people, because you shouldn't have been fucking fighting. And that's
wait a minute. I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah,
I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah,
but it's that I'm talking about the zero tolerance here. That's what I'm talking about.
The zero tolerance is cool, but the hold both accountable for whatever happened. Nah, I will agree that both the mother and the father for these degenerate kids the so-called mother and father of the degenerate kids need to be go to jail because they don't know where the kids are. Sure, I agree with that. But I'm sorry, gotta go. We gotta go pick up the boy by 4:00. So we gotta end this pretty soon.
I just look, little Big Nate going live on Rumble at 5:30.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm gonna set up the stream for the night. So I might do a pop-up stream soon too, just to let y'all know if anybody wants to come over there and talk shit.
Talk about what?
Sure.
What about?
Just talk shit.
All right. Well, I'll be on it. We just gotta get these. I just gotta go pick up the boy and take the old lady to the store. All right, you guys have a good one. We are out of here. I don't got an outro right now because that one's long. You guys have a good night. Peace.
All right, bye.